And welcome back, ladies, gents, beautiful in betweens to session 120 of SF. Would anyone like to recap us on what happened last session?
Yep. Suppose I nearly fucking deleted the file, but when last we left off, the party continued to traverse through the Beholder's lair in search of Naja's uncle. Through winding tunnels that led nowhere, monsters that would relentlessly attack them, tiring the misfits until finally, as they arrived at the lift that would bring them to the owner of the lair, they had no choice but to rest to ensure that they could defeat it, only for the lair to morph around them as they awoke, with the beholder rising to meet them alongside a caged and unconscious Bryson. As the fight started, immediately problems arose as the anti-magic properties of the beholder's gaze crippled the party. That, alongside the layer's various effects and the monster flying high above the party, made it so that it was a tough battle. But slog through it they did. Slowly but surely they whittled it down, dodging the beams that shot from its eye stalks. It went well until Naja went to check on her uncle, as the monster took note of this and began to fire on the paladin, to which she dodged and deflected to the best of her ability, but unfortunately, as she dodged one at the last minute, the beam struck her uncle who laid behind her, before slowly disintegrating into dust, right before her eyes. In the span of a week, maybe two, this woman had lost so much. Her family, their memories of her, and now, the man she had been trying to search for her whole journey, he was killed right in front of her eyes. The grief she would feel was overshadowed by the intense, burning rage that filled her as the party then struck at it again and again until finally it perished. As the monster died, the lair began to morph and return to the form of a regular mine. Naja immediately struck Amara in the maddened answers as the beholder seemed to know of her, before she brought out the soul of the monster, which she trapped and asked it questions regarding her uncle and its research, finding out that it was assisting with long-term studies of existential stability and was assisting an elder brain in doing so. As the party gathered themselves while Naja gathered the remains of her uncle before leaving for Darwin's shop. As they arrived and chatted with Darwin, they eventually entered to ask Selena for help to resurrect Bryson. With most of the party assisting her, the spell would take hold. Only when the dust came to life, what came was the form of a Koatoa. In the midst of their confusion, the party quickly stopped the fishman from escaping in order to question him, finding out that it had no memories of bringing Bryson, and no matter what they tried, they could not reverse what was happening to him, as they knew from Dracula's ability and Echo's prying into his mind that he was indeed, at least to a certain extent, Bryson himself. No one could fathom what was happening, as according to Selena, the spell had succeeded, but the only reason that the events that transpired had happened would be because his soul had been tampered with, as several concerning theories began to surface before they decided to try and look around for answers on what happened to Bryson. Confused and completely bewildered, that was where we left off. And so, the story continues.
Thank you very much. We pick back off from where we last saw our band of misfits. Let's start with, so it was Amara and who going to Darwin?
I think we were waiting for the whole party to be ready to go to Darwin.
Ah, but because I distinctly remember someone was going to find Tristan, while another group was going to
Naja.
find. All right, so Naja is going to find Tristan. Anyone else?
If Naja is okay, Echo would want to join, but he will ask if she's okay at first. Though.
I mean, he's your father. Might as well. Plus, I think you have the photo of Tristan and my uncle.
So
So Echo and Naja would be going with going to find Tristan. The rest of you?
Think, if I remember correctly, I think if I remember correctly, Amara and Qatar were gonna go out to look for Darwin to ask questions. Probably, if I remember correctly.
I don't think so. Amara wanted to wait until like the whole group was there to ask Darwin because she isn't so confident that Darwin would be the most agreeable with just Amara and someone else.
Gotcha.
So the rest of you all are kind of waiting. Okay.
I think Scarlett doesn't know about the situation and still outside the room.
No, Scholar, you went to go look at books.
Yeah,
That's what you went to
Enough.
do.
clueless. Yes.
So unless someone finds you, you don't.
Mhm.
So am I correct to assume that the rest of you are just staying put to wait for the rest of the party?
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, Qatar's, if Darren gonna go talk to Darwin, he's just gonna be sitting there trying to stew on what he's cracked up in his fucking little mind.
If I remember correctly, the Kotoa is still in this room tied up.
Yay. Someone's
Okay.
gotta watch it.
Very well. We cut to Echo and Naja then. As the both of you wander the halls of Darwin's about and manage to find Tristan and Callista having in this sort of like this sort of this medium-sized room. It looks like kind of a garden of sorts. You can see that there are actual herbs and stuff growing here, and then you can see that it's like a small table in the center, like a gazebo style situation here. You can see Tristan is having a small conversation with Callista as they're like chatting about some stuff as they notice the both of you. What do you guys-
Tristan,
Yes.
did you know my uncle, Bryson Cromwell Sahasra?
I didn't know he was your uncle. Let me think. I believe we go back a little bit. Yes. Why?
How far back? Because, Echo, you have the photo, right?
Or I'll show the image that we had in the house, and Echo kind of like never paid attention to it. Dad, we found this. How long ago was this?
This was a long time back in my youth. Before I met your mom, actually. We used to journey about. Not your kind of journey. We used to travel about the lands, and used to write down sites and all that stuff.
He was captured by the Beholder, and he didn't make it. Well, he kind of did. I mean, we resurrected him, but he came back as a Kuotoa. He's in the other room over there. We're still trying to make sense of what happened.
I see. Um, hmm, I'm saddened to heard of this news.
Were you too close?
Uh,
Like,
we were close at that time, and as time went by and we went our separate ways, we kept in touch through letters and now and then. I believe last I heard of him was maybe a couple years back.
Yeah, I think I used to have a letter that said something about Tristan meeting you and Zilora before.
Mm.
I I'm not sure why though, but that's when my auntie last saw him.
I Are you saying he wrote to me?
Wait, jog my memory here because I trying to look for it in my notes.
Um.
Auntie gave me a letter.
Yes. It was. If I remember correctly, it was to Bryson from Tristan.
Ah, okay. A letter. Where are you?
Yes, it was to Bryson from Tristan. So Tristan wrote to him.
Okay. Then rewind that. Um, my uncle received a letter from you uh, a long time back before he disappeared, saying to meet him at Zilara. It it came from you.
I. When was this? When was this letter addressed to him?
Do I still have that letter? Oh no, I don't think so. Um, before this was a year ago, I think. Just before he disappeared.
I don't remember much from a year ago.
Right, because the whole, thing with you. Sorry, Echo.
I it,
But
I don't remember writing letters to him at least
could it
as
have been
of
a
recent.
coincidence?
Uh, Either that or someone wrote it in my stead.
Mm, that's possible. But yeah, um, technically he's not really my uncle. Oh, it's my it's a really weird situation right now. So I remember growing up with Bryson and Izia, his wife. They're both my uncle and aunt. But ever since things changed, they forgot who I am, and it's like I was erased from their memory. But well, I still consider them family.
I'm I don't well I guess that is why it seemed a bit weird because I never read of Bryson talking about having a niece.
He never mentioned anything about me.
Not that I know of. When we were writing to each other, at least.
Do you still have some of his letters back in your house in Zalara?
I am unsure, but if I get the chance to, I can go take a look if we are ever uh uh back in what is that place called?
Zalara. Oh,
No,
Nora.
no, Nora. Yes.
Nora.
If I'm back when I'm back at Nora.
All right. Nora. All right. Thank you. Oh, and are you close with Auntie Izia as well?
We've met briefly now and then. I won't say that we are extremely close, but we have met.
I see. She may not remember me, but I think she would remember you. So, would it be possible to ask you for a favor to check up on her in her house? Because I've seen her state, and she doesn't seem really well. With Uncle Bryson lost, and I don't want to break the news to her. It might, I don't know, like break her totally.
Would you like me to break the news for her?
I don't know. She's been worried sick about my uncle, but I don't know what to tell her then. He died by being disintegrated by a beholder, and now he's back as a fish creature who doesn't even remember or how to act like a human. I think she will take the news really hard. So
Would you like to give it some time before breaking the news, or
yeah, until we figure out what's going on and if we can bring back my uncle fully.
uh but I'm I'm sorry for what has happened, and do tell me how I can help in this time of need.
Thanks. I don't know. I don't know where to even begin. You you're knowledgeable about creatures of the water, of the deep, are you?
Not as much as any fisherman would.
Ah, okay. Um, if ever we need help, I'll let you know. Oh, and Echo, uh, you want to spend time with your dad for a while?
Yeah, but um, I'm gonna point like where the rest of the group is. I think there's something we wanted to discuss first, and then I did want to come, come back here
Oh,
if we still have
all
time.
right. Yeah, yeah, sure. I thank you, Mr. Calloway.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm glad I can be of some help at least.
Glad to see you doing well also.
Glad to be well.
And I follow Echo back to the party.
So, the rest of you, after a while of waiting, you see Naja and Echo return. Scholar still has not returned.
So, did he have any answers?
Well, he just said that my uncle didn't really talk about me. He knew Bryson from way back in his youth. Not much, but I guess it's a start.
I suppose. Guitar, is everything alright?
There's This might be really bad. I think we really need to go talk to Darwin as fast as we can.
All right.
Yeah, now that we have what are we gonna call him? I guess it's not really Bryson, but he also is Bryson. It's complicated. What are we calling him?
He's
I
I just say
still,
indicator to the Krakoa.
he's still, if I'm right, he's still Bryson, just different.
Mm,
uh, wait. Have you guys seen Mango? Are we gonna all talk to Darwin? Maybe Mango's already with Darwin.
We need everybody
I
for
think
this.
Mango went on ahead, but yeah, we should probably try to catch up.
I just peek my head out of the door and shout, "Hey, scholar, get your ass here!"
Scholars are you're all the way at the library part of Darwin
No.
shop. That means you're outside of this sort of like domain.
Oh shit!
Oh,
I can go fetch him. Hold on.
fuck's sake. We don't.
That's
Yeah,
so
cast
far.
sending.
Okay.
That's extended.
Wait, we have
Anyway.
a. Oh, and sending stones don't work. So
Ah,
Well, if we're gonna be going to Darwin, might as well go to him. Are we bringing Bryson along? I think we need to bring Bryson along.
Yeah, I do need to
yeah.
bring Bryson along, don't we?
yes, we do need to. And also, hey, we're gonna go talk to Darwin. Come with us right now. It's urgent.
Scholar, you receive a message.
I don't think like, okay, then what did Darwin say when he was going away again? Where was he?
Darwin never said he was going anywhere. He said he was just looking keeping an eye out on the shop. That's it.
Let's go to the shop then.
No, like the shop as in the library shop, the front.
Oh,
That's where you are.
I thought this shop section and the library sections are separated.
Yeah, it is separated, but he's being he's keeping the front, you know, more believable to have someone at the desk.
I see. I'll go to the front then.
Which is where you are.
Yes. Closer to Darwin instead of roaming around in the library.
Alright. So the rest of you head out to Darwin's outside of Darwin's little Darwin's mansion. I'll just call it Darwin's mansion just to keep it simple.
Okay.
Darwin's
Yeah,
magnificent mansion.
Yes.
How are we holding the tower that might not be biased?
Superb shop.
Oh, we have him tied with ropes, and we're probably just like leading him
Not
along.
even low.
He doesn't want to walk.
Leading him
The
along.
Katoa.
We need
Makes
two
sense.
people to like pick him up like a fucking
Like a
just pick
couch.
him up and walk him out.
See a slam.
Okay, Uncle. Upsy daisy. I carry him over my shoulder. Huh.
Just in
Fireman's
case.
carry.
Just in case.
Let's carry.
Okay. So you carry the Katoa as all of you exit Darwin's mansion as Darwin sees all of you exit out and the scholar is sort of hovering nearby and says, "So what's up?"
So, we managed to resurrect my uncle, and I just flopped the Kotoa onto the counter. It's like put him there, have him sit down on the counter. This is what happened.
You know, maybe not do this while we are out here.
Maybe we should go back inside your sanctum so we could talk better.
Yes. So as he does like a hand motion to head back inside.
Carry back my uncle.
Darwin just sort of like pulls out like a placard and says like out for lunch and so like sets it down.
What time is it now?
Fishing.
Right now you guys went in during the morning. It's about close to no, you guys had a long rest, so now it's a new day. So it's closing to like in between morning and afternoon kind of period.
We had a long rest.
You guys had a long rest. You guys had a long
In the mines.
in the mines.
Yeah, before we fought the Beholder.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ah,
Oh,
So that was
Wait,
like
wouldn't that
so our spell slots are still worked. Okay.
yeah, from that. Wait, wouldn't if we went to fight in the morning, went fought for a bit, like traveled around. Oh, I guess it could have traveled for a
Yeah.
long time in there.
Yes, the travel period
Oh,
in
that's
there, yeah, the travel period in there at least was a day long, including the long
That's some
rest.
bullshit.
It's
Hey.
crazy how we got every single room, but had the exit as the last one. When it was right there, it was 12, right?
It wasn't
So
okay. I will be honest. It was y'all didn't finish every single, but you know,
Yeah, we were
yes,
like 80%.
yeah, you guys
Yeah,
are like
we didn't
80%.
100% it. It's okay.
Nah, sure, we gotta go back.
All right.
no, it's
It's already
collapsed
gone.
already.
It's
How are you
fine.
gonna go back?
In the end game. Oh, the
Right.
And that's bronze medal.
The void
Alright.
ate it.
As all of you
Ugh,
head back
bronze.
inside, Darwin sort of like closes the door behind him and sort of leads you guys to his sort of like office area, his little study. As he sits behind the desk and says, "All right, let's take this from the top again."
Okay, so Beholder, right? Beholder
Uh-huh.
captured my uncle here, and we defeated it, but it ended up disintegrating my uncle. So we asked for Selena's help to truly resurrect him. But when she did, instead of a human, my uncle's usual human form, he came back as this. And I think we asked the beholder's soul some questions, and he said that. Well, what did he say again, Amara?
Uh, yes. He was experimenting with, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce it, and the results were not inclusive, elusive.
Sustainable existence or something like that. Yeah.
Okay, that
Amar can
doesn't really
pronounce it
tell me.
again.
That doesn't really tell me much. Like
Well,
I said,
okay. There ain't anything where we can really go off of completely, but when we went in there, we saw that there were a couple of other Kuatoas already, and there, Amara here managed to capture a couple of them.
all right.
From
How
there,
many we're talking?
like 6,
5?
I believe. Was it
Four.
5?
5, 6,
It was four.
around
Around,
that,
around that
somewhere
much,
around
yeah.
those numbers.
Apparently, we have less now. I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but
We have less now.
yeah,
Okay.
they mentioned it.
Oh, they did.
They very specifically mentioned it. It's like, no, we only had 2. We only had 2.
Okay.
Side eyeing Amara and Scholar right now.
I like side-eye scholar. Look, feel me out here.
It don't fucking matter about that. What's more concerning is the fact that I remember we tried we thought we saw that there was an aboleth there. I thought that no, we all thought that was who they were worshiping as the god, but when we asked them, apparently that wasn't the person that they're worshiping here. And we know you know what Kuatoa do, right?
I have a kind of a good understanding, yes.
So do I. Just fucking enough of them worship something, that thing becomes a god. And so I thought that that would be a good thing to help with what we had planned, right?
Uh-huh, I'm following along.
Yeah. So those things were captured, and later, as we, her, as she said, her uncle was killed and resurrected. And according to Selena here, some the spell went off rat, but something had been tampered with his soul. At least I'm pretty sure that's what she said, something along those lines. And that just made me think it's possible that this thing, which also it was said that it's worshiping some kind of elder brain or some shit. I don't remember its name, Zwator or some fucking like that.
Uh-huh.
Was it Zwator? I don't know. It it's making me think that the beholder was tampering with people's souls to make Kuatoa so that they could worship that fucking elder brain into becoming a god. It's the only thing that makes sense to my head right now as to why everything seems to lead up to this.
Okay. I'm
The only
following
thing I
so
can
far.
the only thing I can think of to confirm this theory is if however many Kuatua are left inside there, I don't care if they're dead, I can still question them. And we can ask, who is their god? Is it that fucking elder brain? Because if that's the case, we have a real fucking problem on our hands here, Darwin.
All right. When you met this Kuatoas, the ones that you have captured inside, did were they like chanting someone's name, or were they like, did they have like a banner and a birthday cake for like a god or someone?
They were just forming a circle around this aboleth. I don't remember if they were chanting anything. Were they chanting anything?
They were chanting, but only Dracula's could understand what they were saying.
Oh, what did they say then? I look at Dracula's. Dracula's.
Oh, you're muted.
Though I'd
Sorry, I had
muted.
to deal with the cat. What, what
Oh,
was
that's
wrong?
right.
Oh, we're asking about what you heard from the Kuatoa when we first saw them. Like, what were they chanting?
Oh crap, that was a while ago. I'm going to translate basically what I heard them chanting, talking about. It's like the whole back and forth
Okay.
between
As you translate it, and Darwin sort of like leans forward and places a hand on his mouth and sort of like rubs his chin a little bit and says, I mean, those sounds like incantations, more of incantations than chants of worship.
So they were trying to summon a god at that time.
Well, they were trying to summon something. From my understanding, it sounds like they were, with their combined effort, they were pulling off what, if you are all aware of the a gate spell to pull forth something, a creature.
Gate spell. So
Kidding me.
well, you know what this spell is?
were they in the middle of chanting and that aboleth was the thing that they summoned, or
I mean,
Well, apparently they weren't worshipping the Aboleth, so
they were trying to summon something else other than the aboleth?
most likely.
well, from my understanding, seems like they were just, at least from the gate, from the incantations, at least, I think they were on mark on what they're trying to summon, pull forth at least. So I don't think they were just summoning something something out of this realm. Well, an aboleth is kind of out of this realm if you think about it, but something even wackier than a aboleth.
Okay.
They're trying to summon their
I mean,
god.
we can just ask the Kuatoas what they know right now. Amara. I turn to Amara and see them whispering with Mango.
Yes, Naja.
Can you bring forth the Kurotoa?
No, it's to cast such a spell, I need to rest again.
Nah.
The beholder
let's
fight took
rest.
me a lot.
If it's gonna take as long as it needs, then sure. If we're running out of time right now, I think this is. You know what this means, right, Darwin? I'm not crazy. I'm not going crazy. I hope I'm just going crazy.
No, you're definitely not going crazy. This is a bad case scenario. This is like break the glass in case of emergency kind of scenario.
All right. Is there
This
really no other way to bring out those two Kuotowas from wherever you hid them?
Mm,
Do you have a plane spell or scroll?
I
Ah,
I'm too tired to open it, and I can't exactly give access to another person who has Demiplane.
do you have a Debian
wait,
plane spell scroll then Darwin? Please.
wait. I
Can't say
think
that
I
I
have
have.
something. What does Pearl of Power do again? Come on.
I can actually make Demiplane scrolls for later, but it's not gonna be useful right now. I mean, all I need is 4 hours and a cup of tea and a good book.
What? How powerful is that spell that you cast? Because I have a Pearl of Power here that you can possibly use to get some magic back.
If I had this rated on a scale from 1 to 9, it would be an 8.
That's a lot. That's a
But we're on the scale of the Pearl of Power. It's only a it's only a tree, so that won't work.
Ah, man.
Scales.
Alright.
And I can't give access to anyone, so it's a bit. I think our only option is to wait 4 hours.
get a
4 hours.
spell scroll.
You know what? That's good as it's gonna get. Please, please.
Yeah, we're running out of time here. We need to figure shit out before this shit gets even shittier.
Which, speaking of which, I guess might as well ask while we're here. Do you happen to know anything about souls or anyone that knows anything about souls? Because he gestures to Bryson, Fish Bryson. And this is kind of fucked up.
I can't say that I have the most extensive knowledge of it. You gotta ask someone that is that works with divinity more than I do.
Yeah, we asked a bit. She doesn't have an idea though.
We might know someone. Where's Darius right now?
Gotta ask him.
I spoke to your friend briefly about some stuff. I don't know where he would be right now, though.
Damn it.
I could ask him.
Darius should be at the manor though.
What manor? The manor? Which manor?
The manor in
Was he
Misfits manor?
Below. What's the
Why would
before
he
we
be?
No,
Why would
before
he
he.
we
be
go to
there?
the favor?
No,
Hey,
he's a free soul. He's a free spirit. He can go wherever he wants. He doesn't need to stay in the
before we
manor.
go to the Feywild, we
No,
specifically asked him to look over the manor while we were
Been
gone.
like a month or so since then.
Yeah, it's been a while. He
He
would have
seemed
not
pretty
stayed there.
uptight.
I mean,
You
no,
know what?
I'm not the control character. I don't know.
Last time I can ask him.
Alright, if we can't go ask Darius, the other option is to go back to the Feywild and ask the Fey Queen to help amend the situation, or at
oh,
least
Or
figure
at
it
least
out.
she probably would know someone who could at the very least.
I would add upon this a little bit. I don't know how much faith you folks have with Fey magic, but my experience is that Fey magic is not certain, at least. Whether it's controlled or not.
Considering the amount of trial and error we had to do to get me this search ability, yeah, I can kind of see that.
Well, if that's the case, then at the very least we can use our favor to ask her of a certain way to be able to bring him back normally, without any repercussions.
Yeah.
Surely she could do that at the very least. Right? I don't know if she can hear me.
I mean,
Thanks.
probably gotta go ask him.
Yeah, probably. Well, we do have 4 hours to kill. I could just start asking a bunch of people a bunch of questions and then see what we can get back.
Sure.
Worth trying.
I need to sit down also. This has been a long day.
Yeah. Yes.
You guys rest up. I'm just gonna fuck.
You're just gonna what?
He's panicking a little bit. Just a
Okay.
little bit.
All right.
He's keyboard mashing right now.
Alright.
All right. Use 1/3 level spell slot. He'll first try to sending as there is this one. I'll actually write it out because it's gonna take quite a few words.
Like how Kata sounds so like the conspirations. Conspiracies right now. What's the word again?
But
Conspiracy theorists. That's the word. I was like, this is what's going on right now.
Conspirational.
Conspirational. Hey,
Tinfoil
opposite
hat.
of
Yeah.
inspirational.
Conspirational. Yeah.
tinfoil
Conspiracy.
hat and the giant board from somewhere.
Bardic conspiration.
Big
About the
conspiration.
constipation.
All right. So so you're still you're typing out that message, correct?
Yeah, just double checking.
What else can we ask? Would it be possible to? Uh, Darwin, how would one strengthen their connection with a god then? I mean, I tried praying, but I don't think I know how to.
From my observations and understanding, follow their teaching. Live your life like how the god, no, how the deity you're following would see, would see fit. For example, if your god, while the deity you're worshipping is one of nature, I would assume you wouldn't go so far to harm nature. You know, deforest entire woods, mess up a whole ecosystem, etc., etc.
I see. So that's why you asked me earlier about if I'm sure about what I'm gonna do, because it went against Nahisis's teachings or something, right?
In a sense, because the dead has to stay dead, technically.
Would it be okay if I ask you some stuff about Nahisis just to get to know him better?
My knowledge is limited, but I am okay to give you what I can.
I'll take it. That's how I'm gonna spend my 4 hours.
All right. Where are you right now? Something happened. Something or anyone. Hmm. Uh, Lita, Darius have? Is it Darius? Darius? Darius?
Darius.
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 Uh,
Darius.
does Darius have
Darius.
the sending spell?
He
can
has
reply.
it, but it depends if he has it prepared. And it's
Uh
been months.
no worries. I just asking if he would have
You
it.
should. You should. If I
No,
remember
no.
correctly, the clerics do have it.
All right. So Qatar, you receive a message back, saying, this is not just one message; it's multiple messages.
Oh,
The whole paragraph.
Yeah, like 24 words is not enough.
Wall of
okay.
text.
Yeah. Uh. But to
Yes.
summarize the message that was sent to you, No,
are.
no, he doesn't know of anyone that could help or anything that could help. From what his understanding is that it depends on what you are saying, what you mean by mess up. Like if you mean mess up in a way that the soul was good and came back evil, that is a whole different ballgame from a soul being not coming back properly and a soul coming back in a different way, etc., etc. As he sort of like goes into this like full-on flowchart kind of situation.
Since sending does like you send it, you can reply back. He will during the mini breaks in between, it'll be like, no, it came back messed up as it, and then I think that his soul got ripped out, cut apart, and then stitched together with something else's soul, and then he came back as a fucking fish.
With that sort of explanation, the messages are cut short a bit to say that process, it's very hard to manipulate by any mortal means, that only a being in the realm of divinity is able to perform such a feat. Usually, deities do not do such a thing, because that is sort of in a way, quote unquote, taboo. In a sense, if a deity is newly born, there can be that effect that cause such a thing. Well, not newly born, is about to ascend, or is getting there, or it has started its journey. It has sort of this effect with its proximity.
That if a deity is newly born or starting to get there, that could be an effect that could happen.
In its proximity, like it breaks the sort of like spiritual webway for a moment, and it takes some time to fix up, but because of that broken webway, whatever is flowing through sort of feeds into this and sort of comes out a different way.
Notes noting. Notes are noting right now. Too long didn't read.
Hmm.
Yeah, that is what Darius told you or explains to you. He never really told you where he is, though. He kind of skimmed over that part.
He's
Just
fucking
like full on nerd mode.
yeah. We hit on his fucking obsession, and it's just
Obsession,
started fucking
yeah.
started fucking ranting about it. Oh, he's just like me. He's just like me for real.
Holy shit. So, okay. If the deity's newly born, starting to get there.
Naja, for the 4 hours while you're talking to Darwin, what are you trying to ask or ascertain?
Just wanting to know what the tenets of Nahis's teachings are, and how he treats life and death, and getting to know my god, basically.
Okay.
So
From
Nahis's 101.
yeah, from Darwin's understanding, limited understanding, by the way, because he's not someone of religious teaching and he dabbles in a little bit just to understand, but yeah. Give me a sec. Yeah, he dabbles in it a little bit, but not enough to make him like super knowledgeable. But he can give a little bit. So from his limited understanding, Nahisa's teaching is very close. It can be confused with like teachings of deities that have a dominion over life itself, because it teaches that through death is a cycle into life, because life and death have to work in tandem for balance to be achieved. So anything that is fated to pass should not be brought back, for if that were to happen, it breaks that balance. That's why most beings that go through sort of methods and procedures to bypass death is sort of this it's a what's the best word to put this, like deities in the domain of death don't really like that.
So it's like breaking their protocol.
Yeah, it's breaking that protocol, breaking that cycle that they need to uphold, and that life is a precious thing and that it needs to be cherished. And no, and people and most clerics of Nahisis, they're not heartless beings. They're not taught to be heartless beings. They are taught to be this very empathetic people, because they cherish life a lot, but they are there. They need to be there when someone is about to pass, to comfort them, to sort of alleviate that fear of death, because death is a cycle that needs to happen, and that there isn't anything to be afraid of about a process that is a natural requirement.
What does Nahisis feel about other people taking lives away? Like, if they're not yet fated to die, like if their life is cut short.
That is a gray area that Darwin doesn't know too much about.
Life is cut short. I see. Would he? Oh, let's say I brought. Well, I really did bring my uncle back, but I don't think he was aware that he was about to die. I think it was about against his will. Will Nahisis send his, I don't know, enforcers after me or something?
That Darwin doesn't know either.
Hmm. I guess we'll just find out when it comes.
Anything more?
What's the best way to pray to Nahisis? Like, does he have, wait, I think I should ask Darius this. He's his number one fanboy.
Yeah, Darwin places a hand on your shoulder and says, "If I knew, I would tell you."
That's all right. Thanks, Darwin.
All right.
Nahisis IRS. Pretty much.
So,
Darius sneezes.
as the 4 hour time is up, as Amara, you finish your long rest. What do you guys do?
Okay. I suppose we should gather up and open the rift.
Wait, we need some contingencies just in case they start running amok like my uncle here. What kind of creatures would the Kuatoas be? Are they celestials, fiends, elementals,
Humanoids.
fae creatures?
Abominations.
People, yeah. They're
Humanoids.
just
Humanoid.
people.
Are just people? Oh, okay. So I cannot trap them in a magic circle then. Okay.
Okay, first off, last time we saw them, they were really fearful of us. I'm sure they won't run amok. And worst case scenario, I'm pretty sure we could tie them down pretty easy.
What
Okay,
happened to the
look to
other three ones
Scholar.
then?
Scout, is there anything you want to say before we open this?
What happened?
Sounds like two kids
Also-
that did something wrong trying to confess to their crimes.
Mhm.
Hey, if you weren't stuck
Yes, we
in
put
KY
our-
for 6 years, we would be the same age, alright?
What?
Yeah, I thought you say that in Qatar's voice, not the Aseth voice.
Yeah, you're saying it sounds like
Oh.
two kids that got caught with their hands in a cookie jar about to confess to something.
I want to say it's that trivial.
Okay. I was hoping that
I
it was,
mean-
but alright.
Also, there were only 4, not 5.
There was 4 to begin with.
This one there was more, but
Where?
alright.
What happened? Did they kill each other while trapped there, or
Yeah, that's actually exactly what happened. 2 of them
inside
killed.
check?
Inside check.
Biggest of inside checks.
Yeah, go on.
Oh, fuck.
Oh my god, nice
Oh.
Naruto. Holy
The fuck
shit.
do you mean?
I-
The fuck?
Narrowing
mean
my
inside
eyes.
checks?
Oh, let's
Looking at you.
go. Let's go.
It's like a
was-
half to half lie. They did kill each other, but
I mean,
like the reason
it's
is
up-
weird.
Yes,
Well, they
MJ.
were not asking about reason, so they did kill each other. That's much is true.
Yeah, they did kill each other. That is true then.
Yeah, that is true. They did kill each
Darwin?
other.
But considering the fact that you guys are talking the way you are right now, so fucking frantic, I assume that you had something to do with it, at least in part.
Darwin, permission to cast a
Yes, I'll-
spell in this area.
Jesus Christ.
Granted.
Wait, Scar, just tell me the
Thank
truth.
you. Zone of
Yes.
truth.
Oh my god, I knew it. How would this
Oh
go?
my god.
Can I have everyone roll me a charisma save?
Oh wait, removing bless because we're not blessed anymore.
Oh,
Really?
hell yes, Scar.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, buddy.
Can I silvery
Holy
barf?
fuck,
Can I be
yes,
can I
silvery
be an
barbs.
asshole for this? I would like to silver barbs. I want to be a bit of an asshole. I'm sorry.
What are you gonna do about so, Amara?
I'm gonna silvery barb Samara because I don't trust her the most. Sorry, Amara. Sorry, Amara. Yaku doesn't trust her the most.
That's debatable,
That's
but right?
fair. That's fair
What do you
because I
mean
got
debatable?
another
I mean,
natural
I mean-
20 in me.
I mean, it's both. I mean, it's kind of both, but like,
Give me advantage so I can roll again.
do you want advantage? I'm gonna tap her into
No,
her
no, no.
shoulders. Like, they're kind of being sus. They're kind of being sus. If they trust them. They trust them.
They are being sus.
Okay,
Big
before anything, all of you have +5 because of your aura, by the way.
Yeah.
Unless they don't consider us as allies.
No, it's regardless of situation, it's still
Always on.
considered as allies. So
Yeah,
at the
it's always
moment.
on.
Amara would save.
Amara technically still saves.
Hang on, wait.
Alright.
I am going to check if I have silvery barbs in my paladin list.
No, you don't. It's a
No.
wizard.
Bard.
No.
It's a wizard bard thing. I think it's just a wizard
Yeah.
thing
Don't know
actually.
Or warlock. I used to have it. Ah, shit.
Echo, could you roll me your charisma saving throw, please?
I already rolled earlier. Oh wait, charisma.
Uh,
Did I not?
charisma.
Did I
No,
not
it-
roll? Oh, I did. I
it-
didn't.
did.
It
Sorry,
did not show
let
up.
me do it. Yeah,
You don't
there's
hit the very bottom.
Christ. God.
some- I did. That's really crazy.
So
God damn.
34 plus 5, 39. Okay, fuck me
Oh,
then.
plus.
No.
No, he already has the fucking.
Oh, yeah.
Alador.
So okay, so Dracula's and Qatar fail technically.
Yeah.
Amara technically succeeds. Skolek succeeds. Naja succeeds. Darwin succeeds.
Ah,
Of course,
Hmm.
Darwin succeeds.
I'm pretty sure you still know that people fail or succeed within it.
Yes. Hold up. I don't know about that. On a failed save, a creature can't
there.
speak. You know whether. Oh yeah, you
You
do.
know
You
what?
do.
Yep. You specifically know about this one.
All right. So, Naja, you know who succeeded, who didn't.
I just cross my arms, narrow my eyes at Scholar and Amara. Wait, did Amara make the save?
Yes,
Also?
Amara
No.
technically made the save because of aura.
Ah, damn it.
Or for
It's an aura. She aura
Or
farmed too
for
hard.
real.
Oh, we should have stepped aside. Naja, we should have stepped aside a little bit.
I
Yo,
know.
get the
yo,
aura.
for
So,
Real fast.
Darwin's of look, I'm getting confused with this situation here. What is going on? Like, are we gonna see the
I don't
Katoas or
know.
no? Like,
Why don't you tell us what's going on and then bring the Kotoa so we can ask them the question, some questions too.
Well, I mentioned wanting to experiment with KOTOR, and I was ready to back down when everyone seemed against it. But then Scholar reached out to me and offered a joint research, and it just kind of spiraled from there.
Darwin sort of like gives the both of you, Scholar and Naja, this very serious look and says, "What?
Naja.
Oh no, Scholar and Amara. Sorry. What did the two of you do?"
Okay. Well, oh. Truth be told here, even though she say research and points at Amara, we actually like did one thing and we cast a spell on it and that's it.
That's not what I'm fucking asking. What do you do?
Well, do you want me to explain or do you want to
I think
explain?
it's best you explain.
We use mass suggestion on it.
And
Finding the right words. We're fighting against God, so with all the thing we've been through, I was considering if with the power Couture heard from what I've heard from the people who know what the Couture does, I wonder if I could use the Couture quote unquote belief to help us fight against the gods, quote unquote.
How? How is
Oh.
casting mass suggestion gonna
How
help
do you
us fight a
oh,
god?
how do you think you're telling me that you two, after everything that we discussed, after everything that it could mess up the world, you decided, hey, we don't even want to check to see if this will fuck the world up and then do it anyway.
Basically.
Oh my fucking god, you guys wanted to. You suggested them to create a god?
I want
These
to
are
take
just
the raid.
Open the
Make
fucking
someone a god, right?
open
I'm
yes.
open the demiplane right now.
I'm outside, and she cast Demiplane, opening it to the horrific sight.
Yeah, as the demiplane opens up, if you guys step through, you can see the air's is thick with some sort of aura and also scent. There's a scent of of this fishy scent in the air and rot. You can see this sort of this totem in this set in this almost ungodly and grotesque sort of like style, and on it written words like holy boom fart, crumb lord, and scholar the scorched face, etc, etc. As you see like two Kotoas there just like on their knees and just like worshipping this thing. As Darwin looks through, He looks at the both of them, points a finger at the two Kotoas, and casts Disintegrate on both of them.
Yeah, I was about to say I was about
Oh.
to cast Counterspell.
You're gonna counterspell him?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to.
Alright, he counterspells you.
Damn, okay, fair enough.
He
I was gonna try to jump in front of it.
like all of you see Darwin just fires these two quick and these two beams of this thin beams of energy that is dark and reddish in color that strikes the two Katoas without them even knowing as they turn to ash. As Darwin sort of like turns to the two of you, Scholar and Amara, and says, after every fucking thing I just said about the whole divinity tearing itself apart, what went through your minds when you thought that this was a good idea?
Please, Darwin, if 2 Kutora was enough to rip reality asunder, we would have already been there.
It's enough to destabilize it enough. We're looking to not destabilize it. Do you understand that?
Pause.
Just
No, yeah.
We're looking.
you're,
Okay.
you're picking
Yeah,
your
pull it
mic
just a
there.
bit.
We're
Let's pull it back
looking.
just a little bit, yeah.
We're looking not to destabilize it. Do you understand that?
What is with you fucking magic folk and being so goddamn impulsive?
Stupid.
We could have asked them questions. We need answers.
Right. There goes our line of questions. There goes our lead. Thanks,
Are there
Amara
any-
and Mango.
Are there any corpses? Are there any corpses around right now?
No, there's no corpses.
There should be
Well,
2
he
in the
cast it on the
totem,
two
right?
Other
live
ones?
ones.
No,
There are
the
two.
there are no dead ones because Scholar and Amara, if you're what happened was the bodies turned into the totem with everything that there was inside.
Oh my god. Oh, that's cool.
Wait, how did the totem come to be again? Wait, run us back through that.
Why does it look so off?
You see,
Well,
with as you guys are going through like talking, Doran's like his hand is in his face as he says, I don't know what I honest to God don't know what I was expecting when I told this sensitive information. I knew I should have waited a little bit longer. I thought you guys could handle it, but apparently you guys can't. It's my fault that things got out of hand and we are in the shits right now.
To be fair, we didn't know what they were up to. We advised against it.
well, seeing as what we're up against, I figured it would be nice to have a weapon that could actually defend us.
Is why I just wanted, and that's why I asked you for your help, Amara, so that you could help find a way with him to figure things out. God, just
Working
there
with
must be
Darwin
something we
is
can do. Maybe we can still resurrect the ashes so that we can ask them questions. We need something to go off of.
Damage already done. What happened in here has already happened. We're looking at whatever he pauses for a moment and look. What did you tell them to worship you about?
Scholar.
Looking at Scholar.
After thinking through each domain and each god's power, one that I thought that would fit the best would be the domain related to fortune. That's what we precisely told them.
Fortune? of all domains, fortune.
Well, that one.
Why the fuck do you think fortune is the best one? It's connected to fate. You have just fucked up the whole domain of fate by doing that.
Shit.
Like, he gestures to the Kotoa outside. You can see why that happened now.
Holy fuck! So my uncle is like this because you guys messed with. Give me one reason why I shouldn't kill you right here, right now.
No, wait, hold on a second. What do you mean, them messing with, like, okay, as much as I'm pissed the fuck off right now, two Koatoa wouldn't be able, if they're like a droplet, at best a single droplet in many oceans, would it really be able to fuck up all of fate to create this butterfly effect on Brassen? Actually, are you sure about that? Are you sure that the beholder didn't just experiment on him, or that was there just a chance that he could come back as himself rather than, fuck, wait, are you serious?
Let me reiterate what I told you all. Right now, the whole of divinity is in this very, very delicate quote unquote ceasefire where no one is trying to screw over anybody. And I'm gonna tell you this right now. Having us, regular beings, as followers of deities, that don't change too much. Because we don't hold too much quote unquote power to do that. We need way too many. The Kotoas, on the other hand, they are a whole different level. Alright? Even the two of them believing in something, they can fuck an entire thing up just enough. And this is just enough.
If that's really the case, how come we haven't seen more of it? There's certainly thousands.
Are you going to wait for more to appear before you guys stop? Tell me. I trusted you, Mango. I trusted you, Amara. How foolish of me to do that.
Hey, alright, you know what? Let's stop playing the blame game. This is, I was already fucked up over the thought of trying to do some shit like this, and then now everything's already sped the fuck up. Okay, we're running on a time. Are you telling me that we're running on a timer now before things get even worse with all the divinity after, I guess, this little droplet is gonna turn into a tidal wave?
Well, thankfully, now that I've gotten rid of those two, as long as you got no more fucking things being hidden from me, there's a hole right now. The hole is already there that we cannot seal. It's already destabilized. It's already fucked. Alright? It's gone.
How do we restore balance to it? Like, there should be... there has to be a way, right?
He
Please,
sort of
tell
like
me.
does this sort of hand gestures, and he says, if there were a way, I would be already experimenting more, but there isn't. There is no way to fix it right now.
Shit.
Wait, it wouldn't the way I proposed just fuck things up even more?
The way you propose was a idea. It's not put into motion. We had time to work on it. We didn't have to go into experimentation.
Unlike
It
these
would fuck things up if we were not careful. If we didn't take precautions. That whole procedure probably would have taken years of research and non-experimental testing.
Years of research is why I can't work with you, darlings. You would put off this for years on end.
You are. Did what I said like go over you guys' head? It's very delicate. This whole thing is delicate. If you rush it just a little bit and you don't take the right precautions, you will mess up the whole entire process.
If it's that fucked up, then somewhere out there, two Kogatar will do the same exact thing sooner or later.
Then that is a matter that we in the future in that timeline will deal with.
But why not have? If it's gonna happen anyway, so why not have it? Why not?
Why
let
not
us
fuck up
do
the
it?
world now? Is that really
Yeah,
what you're asking?
if we are the ones that fuck with it, we're a little bit more in control than some random fuck off Kurotoa's cult
It's,
doing it.
you're not understanding. It's not being in control. You're messing up all of control. You're messing this one little. I
It was
just
bound
said
to happen, Qatar.
if it was bound to happen, then we go and stop it and we find a way to bring things back under. We don't just decide to. We don't. If you find a bucket of water that's tilting all around and dropping water everywhere, you don't just grab it and then shake it even more. You try to stabilize it and stop it.
You're under the assumption that it can be stopped, but unless we call every Kurotoa, I don't think that it
Wouldn't you
is
rather
able to be
try
stopped.
than try to shake it?
Hmm. If I know it's going to fall over anyways, I'd be the one to tip it over.
Why the world will end with people like you around. God,
It wasn't only me; it was Scholar. I was ready to put it on hold and give it to Darwin, but
if you
What
enable someone to shoot someone in the leg, you're still responsible.
I'm not
and
denying
what
my
do you
own
have to say
hand in
about
this.
this, Mango? Why don't you speak up? Use that big mouth of yours to defend yourself right now. What?
Not going
Can't
to.
say anything? And why did you do that? Why did you? Why did you? Fucking hell.
What more secrets are you guys hiding from me that I should know about?
Not from me.
Sure. Nothing from you? Zone of truth.
Right? Scholar will willingly fail.
Christ.
Fuck.
Alright. Zone of truth is up, guys. Make your saves.
He would choose to fail at this point.
Oh,
Mm.
yeah, me too.
Yeah, same.
All right. Darwin succeeds.
Okay.
Of course.
Alright. Everyone speak your piece. What other
Anyone?
fucked up secrets are you all hiding? Echo no.
Nothing at all.
Nothing else, Scholar?
Aside from this one thing I did, I've been always been open, so no, I'm not. Don't have any other secrets.
Then why? Why did you do it? You may
Scholar
have
gonna
had noble intentions, but still, I don't think it's noble at all. If you wanted to fight fire with fire, I guess.
The
Scholar
fact that
gonna. What, you wanna go first?
no, you go ahead.
Scholar gonna look at Naja's eyes and Just who's seen Scholar Eyes instead of usual. Well, can I ask how Naja sees scholars in like perception of scholar?
Naja right now is seething mad, so
No, I mean like
she
what's Naja perception of scholar before?
Naja's perception of Scholar was like, the guy who helped her turn into a paladin, like he was sort of her mentor, sort of her friend, and now that's all gone. Like she's looking at Scholar with all the disgust and hatred in the world.
What Naja would see in Scholar Eyes would be like an very large amount of exhaustion and tiredness, and behind those exhaustion and tiredness, Naja will see this kind of like very restrained hatred towards something.
Naja's just staring back at you. Are you gonna talk or what?
What do you want to know?
I don't know. What do you want to tell us? Whatever you have to say. Why you did such things. Why even after we discussed that we should hold off on things, should find the right way to make things right, but things are fucked up now, so I don't know. How do you propose we are gonna fix this shit up, huh?
Like kinda look like he's thinking for a moment whether he should speak something or not. Before gonna decide to, you can see like his lip opening and closing multiple times before he decided to say, I just want to kill Sauko so bad. That's what drives me right now. Don't remember the faces of people I share as. I don't remember the thing I've done before this journey started. I don't remember the thing I was doing before I turned to ashes by show. That was fine. But getting plucked from the underworld or whatever did go, having was so pleasant to this result I hate so much, yes, driving me crazy. And in all of it, I never expect you to be able to empathize or sympathize with me. But right now I'm feeling so much hatred. That's what drives me to do it. The fact that there might be a chance that I would be able to choke the life of Selgo. The chance that I would be able to kill with my own hand instead of watching my companions, watching my acquaintances. I think I say, can I look at all of you dies and over again. Me dying again. I don't know how to live. When I escape from Circle's grasp, when I craft a device to stow power from another plane, there was a moment where I thought this could end right now. I don't need to return to the Misfits. I don't need to return to adventuring. I could just end it right then and there. But I still decide to move forwards. I want to help you guys. But the more I move forward, the more I help, the more I see you go through this trial and tribulations, the more I don't remember, the more I lose myself, the more the hate towards, and he kind of look at Darwin, hatred towards fate too. Why must why must we go through all this? What's the point? Maybe that's why I choose something that relates to fate. I've always thought that I've been unlucky. That's why I don't expect sympathy. I don't expect anyone to understand, but that's what drives me to did what I did. Is that enough of an answer for you, Miss Nurture?
I think that's what separates you and me. You hate Zagal enough to do whatever it takes to kill her. I I managed to kill Callus, but I did it with the help of everyone. I didn't rely on myself. We found different ways. We thought of other possible ways to, restore him. I
We
didn't go through
were
that.
lucky that Mr. Darius managed to somehow someone notices to our aid. If that didn't happen, if that luck didn't happen, then what will happen? What will be of us then? Dead? Being a puppet of other gods? Tormented for eternity? You say like, oh, with the power of people I believe and power of people surrounding me, we could find a way. That was luck. When we were fighting, when we went through the Feywild, all that is also luck.
I think it's
God,
luck.
Yeah, that's why we fuck up the world. Oh, great answer.
God, Scholar, you know, I was really, really fucking pissed just now, but honestly, after hearing everything you have to say, you're so fucking pathetic, man. I'm, yes, I get it. Oh, you're in so much pain. You have so much hatred in your heart. Fine, that's fine. Do whatever you want so that you can get your own revenge. Don't fucking lump us in with what you're saying to justify what you're saying, though. Don't say we. Just say it. Say I wanted this. I want revenge. Don't fucking say that shit. Don't lump me in with you ever again. You hear me? Darwin, I want to figure out what's going on, what that did. I'm gonna try to fix it. I need to fix it. We need to fix it, alright? Want to lose anything again. Or what we have to do, we're gonna fix it. We'll fix it. We'll find a way to fix it, right?
As you say that to Darwin, Darwin sort of like he has this through that whole speech from Scholar, he has this sort of his expression of just someone that like a someone that is furious with the might of 1,000 suns turn into this core expression before he says, I understand now. I understand that I'm about to make the same fucking mistake that I made a long time back. I see him in you, as he points towards you, Scholar. I see him in you. And I don't know if I can work with that anymore. I can't work with if that is the path that I am going to set you guys down on. And I'm not going to take that risk again. Alright? He doesn't reply to you, Kata. As he goes towards you, Scholar, he snatches the necklace from you, Scholar, because he sees it on you. The one that is able to cast sending to you. As he walks out the demiplane.
Come on.
Wait, Darwin? I follow Darwin outside.
Yes. Yes, please.
Yeah,
You've
I'm going with her.
as y'all follow him out, leaving whoever's staying behind inside. You see the Darwin's mansion is no longer there, as Selena, Tristan, and Callista are just left in this sort of like open room, in this open empty space, as he sort of like he pulls out some components from his bag and begins casting a spell.
Wait, Darwin,
Darwin,
Uh,
no, please. Please,
hang
just
on.
at least let me try to help to do something to fix this. I can't. Please, please.
He pauses for a moment and says, I don't know if you were there when I explained the situation with my ex-colleague, with your little group here. But his motives, everything that he wanted to do, was all based on obsession. And right now, all I can see is obsession in your group. And I'm sorry, and I apologize that I cannot be any more assistance anymore, because frankly, I can't associate with that. And I don't expect you all to agree or forgive me for it. I cannot. I just cannot with that anymore.
Wait,
If you don't guide us, if you don't guide me to be able to do something to fix this, I might fuck things up even more. I've done nothing but fuck things up. Please, just give us another chance. Just one more chance. We won't do anything more. Please. Please.
He looked at you, Kata, with a stern and cold look as he says, I'm sorry. As he finishes the spell up, as he walks away.
wait, Darwin, no!
Gotta feel bad for that
Fucking
now, man.
Fucking great.
Dracolis, where's Darwin right now?
I'll use the searchy search.
He's in the Tribet Empire.
Try that.
Okay. Where are we? We're in Yark, okay. Oh, fuck. Naja just like screams into the void.
So, as all of you, well, those of you are out here in the room itself, in this empty space of a building, with the demi-plane still open, you see the confused look of Selena and Tristan and Callista. They stand around you guys. What do you guys do?
How the fuck did it come to this, Qatar? Oh, what are we gonna do now? Okay,
There's no time to
okay,
panic.
okay.
What's done is done. We've lost Darwin. And that's it's fine. We have plenty of things that we need to do as well. Maybe if we're in luck, we can find someone that can help patch up whatever we can do without his help. But we have plenty of other things we need to worry about right now. With your uncle, with Edwin, with Dracula's mom, we have to worry about.
If we can't rely on Darwin, then who else can we call on?
Look, we try and find. We know so many people, there has to be someone that knows something that can help.
And about the two, what are we going to do about them?
First things first, we're fucking out here out of nowhere. I don't know if we want to continue chasing after Darwin because that's definitely going to drive him further away. But for now, let's think small. We thought too big, and that's why things went so haywire. Let's try thinking small now. First off, we have a very confused family here that needs somewhere safe to be.
I nod to Echo and tilt my head towards his family.
They all look at you guys, confused at what this situation's about. As
Yeah. Sorry about that. There's a situation that made Darwin upset, and he's no longer willing to help us.
Selena sort of like nods and says, "It understand. We can look for another place. I think we can look for another place to stay. At least the both of us." She gestures to herself and Tristan.
Well,
As Callista is
if
sort of like
anything,
looking at everybody.
we have a place in Balel you guys can stay at. We have a whole manor. And if that's too small for you, you guys can head over to Trego, where we have our fortress as well. Or if not, there's always Nora, but I'm not sure if it's safe there.
No, they're not going back to Nora.
Okay,
No
not Nora
fucking
then.
way.
Not Nora then.
Now this whole thing compromised my family's safety. Fucking great.
You can thank Amara and Mango for that.
You
You know what? I think now might be time for me to call in another favor then. If nothing else, Ma and Pa are good for one thing, and that's protection.
Who are you asking? Okay, let's make a deal. Let's just like here, everyone. If we do
No,
plan
no.
to do something that might messed up with the whole world, you tell us. You tell the group. We travel together. We've been traveling together for years, and still nobody fucking trusts each other. Come on. I thought we're a crew. I thought we were together in this, and then there are people talking fucking behind our backs, and then look where it got us. And I'm gonna look at Qatar as well. You also talk behind our back. I'm not. Oh my fucking. Okay, let's just make a
For what
promise.
it's
If so, okay, I get it. Personal matters. Okay, don't need to reveal it. If it's too personal, cool. But if it fucking matter, if it's the matter that might fuck up the world, do tell us, please. You know, we are a group. We are here together to solve a fucking problem. Okay? How does that sound?
Yeah.
Fucking swear it. I know I'm not perfect. I know I'm a fucking liar. I lie a lot, but there are matters that should not be lied about. And this is one of them. Am I clear?
I wholeheartedly agree.
And
Absolutely.
And I
Jazzy,
bring
and
out something from my bag and drop it on the floor. It's the white pepper salad powder.
fuck is that?
Wait, what the
Oh
fuck did
my
you get that?
You have that?
What the fuck?
What the fuck is
I've
that?
had it.
Amara is surprised.
Even I'm
It's
surprised. I
something
left it with Renard. How the fuck did you get it?
I've had it this whole time, Draculus. It's been with me.
What is that?
It's something Amara and I created a long time ago when we were experimenting on slods. But
Uh,
I've had no use for it,
I'm sorry.
and thank goodness we didn't have to use it. I was tempted to, but
what
not.
does it do?
It turns people into slods, giant frog-like creatures that can multiply if they hit you. It turns you into one.
Basically, very big,
Nothing
very bad,
good,
very
really.
froggy.
Think of a very
Yeah.
dangerous zombie.
Mhm.
So Qatar but
Also
zombie, right?
contagious.
Gotcha.
It's kind of contagious too. You can kind of start pretty bad.
Yeah. So
Why do you,
I bend down and pick it up again and put it in my bag. It's just
why do
here.
you have that? Why do you want
Safekeeping.
more of that?
No, I don't want any more of this. I kept it safe away from, prying hands. Maybe we could use it one day, but no. Things have changed.
Wait, hold on.
Things
I remember putting that in Renard's pack.
that Amara and I made 2 doses. So Renaud has 1 dose. I have this dose. He has
I
the
Who is
also
that
black
in
have
this
salad
world?
powder. He has
I
the
also
black salad powder. I have the white salad powder.
What if he confuses it with salt? Oh my god.
Oh, here's the
no,
black
no,
one.
no. I put it deep in his back. Even he shouldn't be able to find it.
I hope
Mara
not.
gets like a little baggie from her spellbook. I also have a more potent version.
This
You
just
have
in, the
what?
Salad Apocalypse has been starting.
Nico's taking note right now. Oh, so that's what
Oh
happened.
god.
No, I've always known this.
Yeah. He's
He's
always
just been waiting for it to happen.
Yeah.
I didn't. I feel like
But
that should
yeah,
just be destroyed, but
Yeah.
I
That's
was
what I
about to give it
argued.
to Darwin, but he's fucked off right now, so
how long have you had it?
2 years.
years. More than 2
What do you
years.
mean? And you just thought about giving it to him.
I was supposed to give it to him way back, but things happened. Wait, I'll be right back. Trash day.
Oh, take your time. But no, maybe I should wait until she comes back for this.
I'm gonna continue eating my dinner since it was I was just like holding on to my emotional support plush this whole time I didn't eat. So I should
Yeah,
really
that's
get my
fair.
dinner.
I thought you were going to say like emotional support food.
That also. And I have like my little Hachiwari with me. Just like
Okay.
I'm gonna call for a 5-minute break time. Yeah. So we'll be back in like 5 minutes. So this is
I'm
just
back.
okay.
what?
No, but still,
Yes.
I'm still gonna call for a 5-minute break. Timeout for a while for
Okay.
me to use the bathroom and everything. All right.
Alright.
All right. Welcome back, guys. So what do you guys want to do?
We just failed at zone of truth, half of us.
All of us, I think.
No, looking too much.
I mean take a
Katar's
chill
just gonna.
Oh, it's okay, Katar, sorry.
Jazz.
Pretty much everyone failed.
Yeah. My R is off for those 2.
No, it's not good.
No more hour farming.
Disabled the aura.
I don't.
We have no
You
aura. but
cannot disable the aura. But
What if you don't see a creature
can
as an
consider
ally
us-
though, because
Yeah.
you kind of don't
Yeah.
like you don't want to
Right
associate
now,
them with you.
Yeah.
Like that's the
okay. I'll say for this instance, sure.
Okay.
For this instance, sure.
But just I can't, Jazz. I can't.
What do you mean you can't?
Consider this. what they're saying ain't completely wrong in the fact that what we're facing is gods and we need something that could face a god. So, yeah, the thing I was talking about with Darwin was something to do with becoming a god to try and not kill any of them. For example, in an example, well, it does. The process of becoming a god does have something to do with killing a god, but it's the fixing everything require that might require someone to be a god. It was a pipe dream that don't matter nothing right now, but think about it. There's a reason why I wasn't willing to divulge that to the group just yet, and I was
Qatar,
proven right now.
if you had discussed it with Darwin, it would have been years until you would have actually seen any experiments. It would have been. Who knows
Lady,
if it would be too late by then.
lady, you are an elf that can live up to hundreds of years, and I am someone that has already gone through half of my lifespan, and I've got the patience to wait that long to save people. Can you have a
Imagine how
little bit of
many.
patience, please?
Imagine how many lives you could have saved if you did it in a
Imagine how
month.
many worlds you could destroy if you just go through things impulsively like that.
Sometimes it's and like Mars just stops what to say what she's about to say.
I'm gonna fucking hear it, all right? You can try to argue that, oh my god, I shot this person in the head, but how were I supposed to know that that wouldn't possibly save him? Like, you can do whatever you want, just don't fucking do it like that. Just I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm tired.
I mean, mm,
There are people I don't know what is going on through your mind right now, but despite my reservations about some things, there are people I care about and people I'm not willing to risk for a possibility of something that could happen when you didn't even have a theory working on it. You had something of a pipe dream, but you didn't have any groundwork and you worked on it anyways, and that could have just ruined everything. It,
It kind of
do you
did.
do you have anyone that you care about enough that you wouldn't risk things for? Or anything?
I risk things because I care for someone. I don't think I have the luxury of time, as Darn would wait years for it.
You've
Darn
been
would
waiting
throw
50
away.
years for this and looking carefully at everything, and things have happened, yes, but just listen. If you understand that things care, you also understand that you can't revive everybody. Things, he points to Bryson, happen if you rush things.
Right
But
now, Qatar, that divinity is in a state where it's extremely unstable, as Darn made painfully clear. But that means it's in a state where, unlike normally, it's able to be changed, able to be messed with. If we waited years,
Yeah, and you went and messed it up really badly. Like,
Mara,
I think this is what Darwin was talking about. He was treading a really thin line. He was considering all the options. He was like trying to find a way to bring back to make things right, I guess. I don't know what his deal really is, but still, I trust him enough to know that he wants to make things right. And that chance to work with him to like save the world, it's probably gone right now. Thanks to both of you.
I am apologize, but I don't really have such lofty ambitions as Scarlet did. I just wanted a weapon against divinity, and I wanted to see what would happen.
we were making one. We were making one. We were gonna kill a god.
In
to
what,
make a
50
god.
years?
Maybe it would have happened faster, but now it won't happen at all. That's what impulsiveness gets you. Just as you said, it's a very unstable situation, but even a single drop can make a tidal wave. I've been saying this over and over again, but you gotta also understand that maybe sometimes people take precautions and take their time because it's not something that you can just run through and then hope for the best. Did you know that things would work out? 100%. If you're telling me that you did this at like a chance, this might work out for you, and you didn't think about the fact that there might be consequences, then I don't want to hear anything from you again, all right? Did you think for a second that nothing wrong would happen, that it will turn out all right?
No. I imagine there would be consequences, but
And you
that's what
didn't,
happens when you experiment. You experiment multiple times until you get the result that you want.
and you
And it's
decide to
just a
take the whole
result.
world as your consequences, as okay, sure, let's just do that.
Were none of you curious as to what would happen if we made a mortal a god? I
And
was.
there it is, curiosity. Fucking magic people, as per always.
Just
Curiosity is always the thing.
that.
It's in my very nature to be curious. I don't understand what it is with you people that aren't.
You got vengeance over here and curiosity over here, and you're telling me that you want me to divulge anything that could be world ending when shit like this could happen all over again.
Shit like
Jazz,
this will happen when
can't.
there's two fuck off Coachella somewhere else in the world where we have no idea happening. Decide that, oh, this man who gave us food is now a god. It is bound to happen in the state that divinity is currently in.
Just because
Now
it's
it's
bound to happen. Just
yes,
because it's
it's not.
bound to happen doesn't mean that you do something to mess things up. It doesn't even help our situation. It just made things worse. It's because it's bound to happen, so I'll just shoot it. It's fine. I'll pull the trigger. It's fine. It's not fine. There are people in this world that people care about and they don't want to risk that kind of shit. Sure, if you want to fucking at least try to find some precautions. You didn't jump with a fucking safety rope. You just fucking leapt head down, head forward, and you just got lucky you didn't get your own head squished.
I understand what you're trying to say, but if I were to try to say that, like theories or whatever, how long would it take?
What
Too
you
long. We don't
are
have that kind of time. Who knows how long divinity is going to be in this state?
let's fucking make things right. Let's set things straight right now. You are listening to me. You are hearing my words, but you're not understanding a single word. You're not listening and putting it in your head right now because all you're thinking about is your own. You say you don't have lofty goals. This is your lofty goal. You think the whole world is just your play toy that you can just do whatever you want, and then you just because if I do this, then everything will be. As long as I make things right, then it's fine. It's if I just sate my own curiosity, it's fine. I don't know what to do with you people. Can't trust this group that much. Jazz, I know you traveled with them for a long time. I know that at least some of these people wouldn't dare to risk the world, but evidently it's not everyone. I will do whatever I can to make sure everyone gets the happy ending they deserve. But I'm not gonna be able to trust everybody. And if you can't trust me, that's fine. Just can't do it.
We're just going in circles and circles again.
I'm
Amara,
lost.
Amara, you mentioned there is somebody you care about, right? I'm not quite sure if I caught that.
Yes, whatever.
Okay, you don't have to tell me anything about them if you do not want to. I'm not gonna pry into that. You're in the rush. How much time do you still have to help them? Give us a time frame so at least we understand why you're taking such decisions, right? Just like, how much time do you still have before something happens?
I'm afraid it's been a misunderstanding. There's no time frame. It's already too late. What I'm trying to say is we don't know how long the Vinny's going to be in this state, which is why I'm trying to rush things. It's as simple as that.
Then you shouldn't be rushing it then.
Wait, then why are you so in? I mean, I tried to get the motivation here. Why are you trying so hard to rush it? Give me something. Listen, I want to defend you in this. I want to, but you're not giving me anything.
Amara tries to think for a moment.
To be a reason why you're doing this, right?
I simply wanted a weapon not only to counter Vinny, but to squash that elder brain. That was it. And I
Why?
want to do it fast because the longer that they're out there, and if Qatar's theory is right, they could become a god, and then that would be really, really troublesome.
That theory came after you guys already experiment on it. So what's the real reason here?
Why have you been experimenting on yourself? Last time we saw you, you weren't like this. I gestured to your whole shape.
To get stronger, I suppose. Why wait? Why? I understand waiting would allow more time to be careful, but I don't think you can be careful when it comes to divinity. And what we're trying to do is, I don't matter how much time you prepare for it, you're gonna mess something up. But that's just the natural line of experiments. You keep experimenting until you get it right.
Listen here.
Or you
If
keep
we're
experimenting until you're dead and you fuck everything up.
listen here. I was already prepared to do a lot of things for this experiment with Darwin. If things looked like things were going bad, I would have rushed it even further. But no matter what, no matter if it took like 10 days, if it took like 10 years, the one thing I would have done to make absolute certain is that whatever repercussions would happen, it would happen to me and only me. Did you guys bother even thinking of a single precaution? Like to protect anyone else, even a single person? You're telling me that you're doing this, oh, it's for the sake of other people. But
I
did you
doubt
actually
that.
think of a single other person?
What you're saying is impossible. There's no way you could. Well, I'm saying you
Maybe
cannot.
impossible for you, but Darwin probably could have thought of something that could have protected the world and only sacrificed a select few. Maybe he could have thought of something, but we'll never know that now. We could have sated your curiosity. I was literally talking to you about trying to sate that because I saw it in you. But you chose to just rush headlong into something. What, because someone came up to you saying, because Scholar over here came up to you saying, I want to kill this god. I'm willing to do it right now for with 6 Kuatua, even after everyone talked about not wanting to do it. You said that you would have been fine not doing it. Then why did you wait just a little bit longer? Huh? Why did you try to convince us of you wanting to do it? Why did you decide to listen to him, the devil on your shoulder, and just fucking go with it without trying to do anything about it? If it's just for your own sake of curiosity, if it's for on your own sake of wanting to just kill the elder brain, then you're no better than him. All right? Don't try to put yourself otherwise.
I, I rushed it because I knew as soon as we got to Darwin, he would either confiscate the Kotor or disintegrate them like he just did. That's why I rushed it. Because I did not want
He
to
only
wait for him to
disintegrated
ruin it.
them because of your actions.
Who's to say he wouldn't have
Because of
done
the
it
stuff
as
that
soon
you.
as we opened the rift?
Who's
And
to
I'm
say that he
He did
wouldn't
not
either?
disintegrate my uncle right here, who's a fucking Kuotoa. We had to explain to him what happened. That's how
that's
things work around here, Amara. You talk to people. You get
That was the exception. He's not a normal Kurotoa.
You'd like to argue about things that seem like that, that. Oh, this would have happened anyway. This would have bound to be happen anyway. But you never think that's. You just think that's gonna happen, and you believe that that's gonna happen, and that's why you make these decisions because you believe in that can happen because you don't believe in the people around you. It could have been so much easier. You could have had sated your curiosity. Maybe with your help, he could have got it done in a matter of months, a matter of days.
Matter
He
of
would
weeks.
he said it himself that he was gonna. It could take years, but that was by himself, just as he's been doing for I don't know 50 something years. With your help, maybe he could have done it faster. Maybe you could have shown him something that he didn't know, and maybe things could have been better now. But it isn't. And now everything could be fucked, could not be fucked. Maybe we could find some way out of this. No, we will find a way out of this. We're going to find a way out of this. We will. We will. But
Qatar. You mentioned
it's
if
fine.
we still have a favor from the Fey Queen, right?
Yeah.
Is it possible to ask her to reverse time to go back to, I don't know, several days in the past before all of this happened?
She said so herself. She does not have control over how time flows. It's a factor of the Feywild. It's something that is just the nature of the Feywild where time flows differently. She can somewhat control it, but not to that extent.
Can't bring it
Oh,
back.
fuck.
You can only go forward and slow it down. Basically. If I understood correctly.
Amara,
And if it,
Mm-hmm.
do you still have that ring? The one we picked up from Show's stronghold when we defeated him. The one we had to like solve a puzzle for to get off a pedestal. We were offered the choice between two items, and we picked that ring. Do you still have it?
Nectar, what happened to that ring?
You used it, didn't you?
You used it? Oh my fucking god, you did?
Did I? I can't remember.
You
Oh,
It was so
no.
long
you
ago.
I think she
it,
said she used it, but we kind of retract back to before the.
no, she used it.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
God.
Let me just find it because I have the text that says that she went along and used it.
Oh, I remember. Yep. Okay. Shit. No, I don't have it anymore.
What happened to it?
Zone of
And I
truth.
used it.
Yeah, a zone of truth. We're in zone of truth right now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She said she used it, yeah.
Yeah, I used it.
You what? What did you use it on? What did you wish for?
What are you talking about?
Nothing like this.
We
Nothing
found
like.
we found a wish ring in Show's stronghold, and Amara kept it before we parted ways. And now, I'm finding out that you used it. What did you wish for?
Nothing that would affect divinity or reality or anybody else.
What did you wish for? I'm drawing my sword right now.
Well, what happened to your body?
No, that was my own experiment.
Oh,
And
Jesus.
guitar to I did try to work with Darn in the past, and he rejected the research I proposed to do with him. I
Answer
knew he
my
would reject
question,
this as well.
Amara. What did you wish for?
Well, I'm finding it.
Good shit.
Yeah, give me a moment. Gotta find it.
Got herself. Give it a second.
It's been a while, okay? It's been a while.
Yeah, it's really out there. But
It's not in
Intelligence
my
check.
notes also.
no, because this was
Internal, yeah.
where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I think it's here. Hey, keep going first. Let me look for it. Don't make this awkward silence.
Yeah.
Awkward silence.
I was gonna
Dramatic
say,
pause.
I did
That's
try to
your
work with
thing.
Darn in the past. He rejected it. I knew he would reject this as well. It's just as, if not more dangerous.
Amara, you
There's a
think that
reason why Darwin rejected those experiments, even the salad one before, right? He warned us against it. I didn't go through with it. We didn't go through with it, right?
The sound experiments, I made a more potent version, but I stopped there.
Yeah, because after what happened to the owner of the Dragonfire Inn, we saw how scary that shit is. You saw
why do
how
you people have it?
I'm
you
sorry. How are you
you
phased by this,
saw
Naja?
you saw you saw how that guy, how that salad hit me and implanted something in me. And if it weren't for the paladin at that time, Aurum, I would have died and turned into one of them. Thankfully, he was with us. If not, I wouldn't be here.
I did, and I'm grateful at the time he was there. But how are you faced by that when you sacrifice people monthly to your god? It's
I
the same
pick my
thing. It's a weapon.
targets. I pick my targets accordingly. Those who are, less than savory
You're
are
jumping to hoops to
weak-willed.
justify it. I'm not trying to justify what I'm doing. It's just it needs to be done.
Alright, I found it. I sent it to you, Frog.
What did you wish
Ah,
for?
fuck. Ah, fuck. Okay.
Oh, no direction.
Oh
I'm
boy.
scared.
Uh-oh.
The world is gonna end tomorrow.
That's it.
Okay, let's hear it. What did you wish
Uh,
for, Amara?
I wished to bring my dead wife back with no memory of myself.
You fucking what?
Yeah, I knew it
You
wouldn't go
wasted
well.
a wish.
What
You
it was
wasted a
was
wish on bringing back someone who won't remember you. Oh, fuck. You could
did
have
it
wished
work?
for this.
I didn't wish it for myself. Wished it for her.
Mara, the fact that she doesn't have any memory of it and is just gonna live about her life, that I will
And
concede to you that you did it for her. But the fact that you did it at all, it's for yourself.
yeah, and she's gonna be living through this whole shit show right now. Are you happy about that? Is she gonna be happy about that when the world is gonna be falling? The sky's gonna
Then
be
you,
falling.
wait, you said that you didn't have anyone you cared about anymore. You brought her in this world just to risk this world?
How ironic. Oh my
Wait,
I
fucking
obviously
god.
didn't think two Kotor was enough to actually respond. And I don't know what chat he had with you guys, but I wasn't there for it.
I can't. I cannot work with you. I point at Amara or you, scholar. I'm done. I raise my hands, sheath my sword, turn around, walk away.
hey. People, you say that you tried to work with him and he rejected it. Times change. People get desperate. People will try anything they can to help and sit and do whatever they want. Do you just think that things are gonna be the way they are and that's just how it's gonna be?
Kotor,
I
we're at our
guess
most desperate hour, and he refused to help us because what? He sees his old companion in Scholar?
he doesn't want to help because of what you did. Learn that your actions have consequences. You don't understand that, do you? Good gods.
I understand that very
Drugless,
well.
probably shouldn't let her be alone right now.
Yeah, you're right. Just, I,
Oh, if
I just
anything, she's too
stammered
dangerous
it.
to be left alive.
I mean,
Fuck it. This is the exact reason why I hid that salad powder. Not trustworthy.
No one here is. We made a batch behind your back. I'm not seeing the issue here. Nobody here is trustworthy. Since the beginning. And I'm not trying to
You've been
justify my own morals with, you know,
You say
with
that, but you're
loopholes.
making up excuses left and right. And trying to pass it off as it's gonna happen. That's happened, though. That's why you do it. You're just making excuses. I don't really know what you're doing here, honestly. You're saying that, oh, you're not trustworthy. You're not. You don't want to be trusted, but whatever. Still gotta fix some messes. Gotta plug some leaks as best I can. So, second, using one channel divinity to get back a third level spell slot. Whatever you want. You want to be trusted. You want us to trust you. Otherwise, you wouldn't be trying to justify what you've done so much. But if you want us to trust you, you gotta trust us first, man. Otherwise, I can't trust you with information like that. And you won't be able to get anything done. You won't be able to sate your curiosity. I'm willing to sate your curiosity as long as you're willing to abide by the rules. Gods.
And who gets to set these rules?
Well, since you were so willing to trust everybody, how about the group? Well, if we can get everybody together again, but oh yeah, yeah, we've been arguing in front of the fish person and in front of the three confused family members.
Yeah, they are kind of like keeping the distance, not to get into things, because they
I
can
hope they
feel
have
the heat.
popcorn.
No,
I hope they have popcorn.
okay, okay. Like the lead person, they are not the kind of people who like put their noses into things. Callista is just like blankly, just like not sure she hasn't been in a situation where people are fighting. So this is kind of like a new experience for her, and it's kind of overwhelming for her. And yeah, the two of them are just kind of like, hey, Calista, let's not be in this situation. Just stay here. Let's stay here and just let them talk it out, kind of situation. Kind of.
Wait, do we have a spell scroll of silence that we can use on them for a time?
I don't have. I used to have a spell for this, but now I don't.
I can cast Deathless on her.
Acting more suspicious.
Oh, never mind. I didn't prepare it. She's fine. She's fine
Well,
for now.
So yeah, that's what they're doing. Like while you guys are doing that. So.
Hang on, wait. I have a spell scroll. Yeah, I have a spell scroll of teleport. I'll just like hand it to Callista or Selena before I walk out.
Okay.
How could you guys do it?
wait, teleport? You gave her a spell scroll teleport?
Yeah, I gave her one. I'm giving her one.
Wait. If we're teleporting, we're going there together. Because my brother might try to hunt them down.
True.
This already happened. This is why I'm so pissed at this happening.
Here, you hold it.
Was
I'm going out to town.
Come back later. We got shit to do. We got a lot of shit to do. Like it or not, we can't do it without each other. You don't want to save Dracula's mom?
I just need to clear my head. I can't be around those two right now.
Gotcha. Take your time then. Go on a date. Have fun. Bang if you need to.
Watch my uncle if you please.
All right.
So as Naja and Dracula's leave the empty space right now, leaving Qatar, Echo, and Scholar and Amara in this spot with Selena, Tristan, and Callista. what is the plan? What do you guys do in this moment? Or what do you guys want to do?
And I will look to Scholar. So what will you do now?
Yeah, so everyone here except Naja and Draculas, right?
Yep.
Skull has been like kind of standing blankly this whole time, and Amaro was kind of snap him back to Rarate a bit, and he he gonna start well, muttering something before like fully opening his mouth to say to everyone, "I." You say I. Said don't lump me with you, you all. Said I did things out of my selfishness. You, you, and the two that just ran off. Never. Kind of like you can see they start struggling between kind of still being nice about it and about to like burst out. I should say. You never try to understand. You all.
Scholar, drop it before I drop you. I'm trying to be
Should be
nice
done.
about this right now. I'm trying so hard to understand why you would hate someone so much that you would risk the whole world, you would risk other people's beloved ones so much. And you know what? Looking at you, if you keep this up, I will start to realize that. So please, if you don't mind, just if you just want to keep on going on your own pitiful journey of vengeance, that's fine. We'll help you kill Silgal. As long as you don't do shit like this again. It's
You
that
really say
simple.
that.
It's that
You still
simple.
don't. You still never try to understand other people, or even you said I was doing selfish vengeance. Yes, this time I mess up. This time I
This time.
go on my
This time.
selfish way. This time I might rest the world, but have you seen? No. Do you remember what the Fate Wife called me?
You don't seem like a martyr to me, so I don't know what. I don't think everything they said was right.
Because you never try to look, you never try to understand other people aside from Mr. Echo. I still remember you walking out a portal all ragged with echoes on your with Mr. Echoes on your hand, crying profusely. I remember we going fight show together. He said and turned to look at Echo. I remember my choice back then. The thing I've done, the thing I decide. But I mm, I've been transparent. I told what sales go. I've been doing what sales goes aiming. I've been helping, teleporting around, supporting. I've been trying my best to help you all. I try to, well, I see what all of the misfits are, or what they capable of they going through what they cherish. But, but, I wonder if the misfits ever talk to me at all. I know there's walls dividing all of us. I've been trying to listen to the walls. I've been trying to listen to everyone, writing things down on the wall. So maybe one day you to witness it. But on my side, I never see anything. No solace, no comforts, empty words. Oh, you're part of the Misfits now. Oh, thank you, Scholar. Yeah, have this. But you truly understand. You should try to understand other people. Well, you all understand each other. You should have asked much, but have any one of you truly tried to understand me? Try to comfort me? Have you been there for me as I have? Oh, you could say that, oh, so I am cashing in all the things I've done now. No. I help, and I help. They call me Matter of Access because I keep pushing and pushing. Didn't care about myself that much. I died once, died twice. Get stabbed, my stomach, my guts open apart. But never, never once I felt that I was a part of Medfest. Never once. So you say, I felt that. Yes, kill me now. You could do that too. And I probably gonna fall into Selgo's hand again. That's why I'm on such a time constraint. I can feel it. Even after learning what Selgo domain is before her corruptions, I can feel the threats on my neck. I can feel it tightening. I can feel it. Might lose myself soon. Truth be told, I didn't my undersight, and I underestimate the power of two patrols, and I am totally that wrong. I understand that already. But what do you expect me to do? Keep falling? I'm even to walk with you all. You can start seeing tears coming out from Scholar eyes. Even though I walk with you all, I still feel like I'm all alone on this journey.
Scholar. Well, actually, before I say anything, Jazz, do you have anything to add before I lose it?
I am okay, Scholar. Just if you've been feeling this way, which is understandable because we are sort of the majority of us, including me, are also being fucked with these awful beings and also not going for a great time. I'm not trying to make my life sound like, oh, my life is so much difficult than yours. No, not what I'm trying to do. If this is the struggle you're going through, why did you tell us earlier? All this talk about trust, right? But you do not trust us. Like, how am I supposed to trust you if you do not trust me? And sometimes you do these things that just don't seem right with no absolute reason and no even an explanation why we should listen. When you said that, like, oh, we never proceed with my plans, that's because I'll be honest with you, right? You're not giving us a good explanation why we should proceed it in the first place.
I'd like to point out two very specific ones. One is just going to touch a mirror that may or may not get you killed, and then the other one is going to talk to fucking what was his name again? Kalatar? Kafakatar? He would have eviscerated you in 2 seconds, but alright, keep going. Let's go with your plans.
Yeah, like, I'm not trying to be rude, right? But just you understand the point. If you want us to be safe, we are going with the most optimal plan, and it just happened that your plan is it's not the most optimal one in this situation. It's not about, oh, we do not care about you. No, actually, we are a little bit selfish. We care about our safety, right? Is it normal? I mean, I think it's normal, right? So we just go with what we think is best. As simple as that. It's not about personal feelings. It's not that like, oh, like I don't like traveling if you you're not part of the group. No, I just want to make sure that we get out of this, and this is why we're choosing the most optimal route. This simple. No complications. And if it was buffering you this much, right? Why didn't you tell us earlier? Why did we have to wait to this point where it just goes this badly, right? Listen, this could have been avoided. Like, you talk to us about, like, you're trying to, like, help us, right? But, like, sometimes we might not notice, or we might not know what's going on through your head. We're not telepaths. I mean, I can do a little bit, but I'm not at that level, you know? So what I'm trying to say, if it was bothering you this much, tell us. Why are you holding it in yourself like that and letting it mess with your mind to the point you're willing to do such, and I will dare say it, stupid decisions? You try to play a god. Like, I'll be honest, with what you're doing, out of everyone in this room, you're the last person I want to be in that position. You do not deserve the divinity. Do you understand that? All you think is yourself. You don't think about anyone else. I, listen, all of us went through so much shit. But and that's why we're trying to solve it together, right? But you're there trying to do it on yourself, and then you're blaming us for not helping you because you're not telling us in the first place that we have that we, you know, you get what I'm trying to say, right? How do you expect us to know something that we don't know and still go with it and, like, help you out if we have no idea what's going on? Like, just like, realistically, tell me how I'm supposed to know all these struggles. How am I supposed to know?
First off, I'm not putting any blame on any of you. Second off, here I took like deep breath. I never got the chance to. All we've been running and things keep happening. Just gonna have time for my little emotion outburst. We keep going from another another near-death experience. We keep going, battle and battle. How could I bring myself to human about it? I see that you all have things that are precious to you, things that you, after all this journey and could return to. Miss Naja, if we find a way, she could get back to her family. If not, she could go with Mr. Draculas to the island, the orphanage. Mr. Draculas, of course, have Miss Naja, his mother, the orphanage. You, Mr. Echo, have Miss Callista, as well Mr. Caliban and Mr. Selena. You gotta have Mr. Echo. And, well, I couldn't tell if you. I would assume that you care about your wife and kids. That's about it. You have something to return to. And you say I'm being selfish? All I'm doing is for myself only. All of the things I've did. Tell me right now. All the things I've done. Has it been for my selfish side? Tell me.
You think that just because you don't have something right now, you can't look for something that's precious for you? And second of all, don't fucking put words in other people's mouths. Don't say things that you don't know anything about.
You were
Gives a very
precisely
pointed look
doing
at me.
that.
Listen to me. All I'm just saying is, fucking I get that you're suffering through a lot and that you feel like you're being choked up and that you don't feel like you have anywhere to talk to, but you've been traveling for these folks for years. If they don't if and you also know that they've gone through a lot. You've seen just how much people have lost, some how much people have gone through. So excuse them. As much as you like to say that you aren't blaming anybody, but you're literally blaming them with your words by saying, "Oh, you're all alone. You've got these walls up." But the walls don't come up from just one side. If they are going through stuff that they can't, that's like that, they still find time to talk to other people to comfort them. Just as you can also always reach out to try and ask for someone if you're feeling suffocated. All right? So listen to me on this. So, why did you find the time instead of going to talk to someone if you're feeling so suffocated on something that's purely for you, right? This vengeance that you have. You say you don't have anything, but evidently that's the only thing you've latched on. Because after all this time of people being able to talk to with each other, you decide to find the time to talk to Amara, drag her into this, and I'm not absolving you of all the blame as well, by the way, but for the most part, you dragged her into this little vengeful scheme of yours. And again, I like to point out one thing. Did you at any point consider the fact that you know that other people have things that are precious to them? You've said it yourself, you've seen it, you've observed it, and you understand. Did you ever consider possibility that even for just the slightest moment, you could have ended it all for them as well? Or is it just a moment of, as long as you get your vengeance, you don't care what happens? Now, I'm not saying that I'm gonna judge you solely on that, because you're right. You've helped everybody as much as you can. You've done everything you can to help people. And we, just because we don't say it, don't mean we don't appreciate you for what you've done. You've helped people more than you can understand. You've helped us get to where we are today. And that's why we're doing everything we can to help you out today. But God, these walls you say you've that are built up, it's more of a pedestal you put yourself on. Because truth to be told, I've only been here for a couple months, but you look down on people quite often, to be completely honest, from what I've seen.
Yes, again.
No, don't fucking diss again me, because if you're just gonna brush it off and keep going, then you've not learned a single thing. We've, to be completely honest, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have told the group about what was going on. Because honestly, and when I think about all the gods, all the plan that are going on, the first demigod I would have wanted killed was either going to be Korzeg or Silgol. Because I don't give a fucking shit about Alphazeth. And that I would have been fine with you taking the divinity if you were a character that could be trusted with that. But I can't. Because as much as you like to harp about all this stuff, but you aren't looking at yourself, man. Could have been so simple, a simple talk, and we could have all figured something out together. And we could have just taken care of Silgal. We could have saved Draculus's mother. We could have found a way to help Edwin. We could have found a way to save. We could have found a way to save Bryson. We could have found a way to end Elder Brain if we just talked to each other. But now we've been set back God knows how long because Darwin's gone. You talk about how much you guys are in a rush, but you ever think that you might be just pushing yourselves back even further as well?
At this point, Skull gonna stay very silent at the words.
I will take your words into account. Think I truthfully did not expect this result from Tuku Towers out.
I don't blame you, because truth to be told, I wouldn't have thought that as well. But I don't know shit. That's why I trust Darwin to make the better decisions. You two are probably the smartest ones in this group, and I would have trusted you two to make the smarter decisions as well. Do you believed? Don't even say that you knew or you didn't know any of these. You believed that what you did was right, and I can respect that. But sometimes belief just isn't everything, all right? We gotta actually make progress by knowing what we're doing and doing what's right. And we're gonna do everything we can. We're gonna kill fucking Silgal. We're gonna kill that other brain. Edwin can live, probably. Well, he will. He's gonna have
Probably.
to fucking live. No, he'll live. He'll live.
Yeah.
We're gonna.
I'm gonna like sheath back the sword.
You're lucky I'm on. I know you're lucky I'm pretty hurt right now. But
Mm.
and we're gonna fucking find a way to bring Bryson back and get everybody's get her family's back, not just family back, her memories. And we're gonna save Draculus's mom. We just gotta stop doing this, all right? Be people that I can trust you with information. Otherwise, no one's gonna get anything they want, and everything's gonna get fucked over.
Darwin has, in my eyes, proved to be uncooperative, but if you are insisting that the party will be, we're able to discuss things instead of blatantly denying things, but having an open discussion beforehand,
Oh no, Darwin's
then I
fucked
can
off.
agree to that. Yes,
That door
exactly.
is closed.
I know you guys have won. No, I start talking. I'm okay with discussing future endeavors with the party. But seems the damage already has been done from this one, despite the best intentions.
I'm gonna do everything I can to try to patch things up as best I can, though it's not really my place to do anything like that. It's up to you guys to try to figure out what you want. If what you want is just finding your own way to become a god, maybe fucking the world over in the meanwhile, and you don't care, fine, fuck off and go find someone else to do that with. These people have people they care about, and they're not willing to make those risks. Even if it takes a little while, even if it takes a couple years, because we've waited long enough. Fucking Darwin's waited long enough. These people are willing to do whatever they can to try and save the people that are close to them. If you have things that you want, or if you haven't found those things, just try to find a middle ground first.
You make a lot of sense, Qatar.
Someone's gotta.
I'll agree to those terms. That being said, the next endeavor I want to do is a bit time sensitive as I tap the cage with the beholder in it. But it only
That is,
affects me. Do I need to ask the party or?
I think she'll be back sooner or later, but there is something actually I do think would be good to ask. Did
Well,
you
we only
ask
have
him?
one left.
Yes, but I think this would be a good question. Do you think he would know where other beholders or other creatures underneath that elder brain is working?
I asked where the elder brain was and it didn't know, so I would assume not. Um,
Well, he doesn't know where the elder brain is, but surely there's got to be more than one beholder that's working around birth to
Beholders
help
will
him
never work with each other, even under someone else. I
Will not
have.
work with each.
If you really want to find another one, we can go to the farm realm.
You don't think it's possible that they were at least under the orders of the Elder Brain sent to specific areas and he might know of an area? That's
I think
impossible,
it's.
yeah.
I think it's possible, but I don't think they would knowingly work with another beholder.
It's fair.
To top it off, you said saving Dracula's mother. Have you guys found a location yet?
The void beyond, whatever the fuck that is.
Would Amara know about that, Neku?
Uh, not in great expense of detail, but you know what we discussed. Yeah, but
Yeah.
you also know what we discussed about.
Well, I can get us there if we have a tuning fork to there to the void.
Don't remember if we were gonna get that from Darwin later or not.
I'm sure there's other means.
Let's see.
But yeah, we could wait then for the others to return.
But in the meantime, I guess I should also send a message to Ma and Pa. See if they can get something going.
As we cut from you from that sending spell, we cut to Naja and Dracula's.
We're just vibing at the riverside, and Naja just gave Draculus the satchel of white pepper powder. It's like she's reaching out to Draculus right now. I think he's muted or BRB'd.
Yeah, I was muted.
Okay.
Um,
I think it would be safer with you. Just in case.
and the only reason the last one was safe was because I hit it with Renard's, and I'm pretty sure since I just admitted that out loud, I'm probably gonna paint a big target on his back for Mara.
Well, if it comes to it, I am more than willing to defend Renaud against her.
Yeah, honestly, I am too. But
All right, so
is there an open flame close by?
No, sorry, there isn't.
what
Right.
time of day is it right now?
It's right now afternoon.
Afternoon.
If you give her pepper this in the water, it's just gonna make things worse down
I
there.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that.
Yeah.
It's better
Right.
like
Then let's find a fire so we could destroy this thing.
okay. Uh, mm, I have a couple of torches, but I don't know where we can set fire in this place.
Well, maybe not here. Probably too open.
Mhm. I don't
Okay.
know. Maybe
Tonight we're destroying this thing.
right. Yeah, we are. Well, what are we gonna do now? Like, I I really don't trust Scholar and Kamara. But they're the only people who could probably help us fix shit right now. And it would be really dangerous if we let Amara be. If we like leave her to her own devices. Honestly, Scholar too. Dracos, are you there?
Yeah. It's just
Oh, okay.
Uh, um, I'm I'm still flabbergasted by everything that's happened.
You and I both. Didn't think shit would go down like this today after everything we've done. Oh, shall we head back?
Yeah,
Let's just
we probably
hang
should.
out outside the shop. Yeah. Let's just go back, hang outside the shop. I won't go in because I don't want to see Scholar and Amara.
All right. So, uh, okay. I'm Seth, I'm gonna message you something. You reply to me. All right.
Hmm.
Also, I wouldn't be surprised if by now we got Darwin, who's setting up a system to manage to keep a track of us so that when we get into the same city, he just gets the fuck out of there again.
I wouldn't blame him. As much as possible, I want to make things right with him too. He's probably the only one who knows more about what's going on, and his knowledge is invaluable to us. It's a fucking damn shame he up and left. Thank you, Volferal Fawns and Amara Felter, for this shit.
Yeah, they definitely put a tomato into a fruit salad on this one.
Did you say putting a tomato in a fruit salad? How does that work?
Well, okay, you know how intelligence is more you know that a tomato is a fruit, or understanding that a
Yes.
tomato is a fruit.
Yes.
Whereas wisdom is more understanding that you do not put a tomato in a fruit salad.
Yes.
Basically that.
Huh.
Basically, it's a way of saying they didn't exactly follow their wisdom on that one.
It's surprisingly wise of you, Dragos.
Not really. It's just something that's one of the elders used to say when I was young.
Why did you always put Did you always put tomatoes in your fruit salads with
Well,
all
not
the apples and
literally,
grapes and
but
all that?
not literally. I made that mistake once.
Okay. Okay.
And it was mainly because one of the smarty pants said the tomato was a fruit, and I thought, let's put it in a fruit salad. That might work.
Did you also know that a banana is a berry?
I just stopped in my tracks and just like, what?
It is. It's a type
How?
of berry.
How?
Um, it's not really a fruit because it grows out of, the entire structure. And Naja goes through a whole spiel
Yeah,
of like explaining explaining how
yeah.
a banana is a berry. What? Everyone,
Well, whilst then I
everyone.
try to do like little counter arguments, like, yeah, but so are different vegetables and fruit, and
Well,
so are berries
right.
for that matter. Like, it's just like a
Well,
constant back and forth of bringing that.
the tomatoes can also be berries, but since they're part of the nightshade family, but still, bananas are berries. Reality is truly shattered. No beholder has influenced this. Yeah, Draculus and Naja are just talking outside of the shop.
All right. As you send the message out, Qatar, a reply comes back. It says,
No, it didn't take 3 hours this time, huh?
yeah, I didn't. Let's see. What would they say in this? Alright. You get a reply saying, "Where is your location?"
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Just like fucking Darwin. Where is your location? That's 4 words. Come on. Alright, fucking. One more channel divinity, one more dirt level spell slot. The city of Yark. On birth.
You got another reply saying, "Understood. I will see you soon."
Hmm. Hmm.
Alright. Guess we're waiting here then. Oh,
I'm telling you, Draculus, but a strawberry is not a berry.
So,
Why don't it pick a raw berry?
as
Only by
In the
name.
name.
how long are you guys? What is a reasonable time period before everyone reconvene?
I guess we'll wait outside for an hour. If no one comes out by then, I'm like, fine, I'm going in.
Actually, the play lasts about an hour, so we will leave by then.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll be waiting outside then.
Okay. So no, but like what? How long will everyone sort of reconvene together?
Sorry?
Uh, like
Maybe an hour.
how long until everyone sort of like reconvenes with each other and where?
Oh, I think just outside the dim plane, right?
Yeah,
No,
outside shop.
you guys are in an empty building right now. Like there's nothing but floor.
Nothing but floor.
Yeah, there's
Alright,
Yeah,
walls.
that's fine. That's fine.
There's a wall. There's walls. There's a door. There's what could constitute as windows, but it's all that and floor, and maybe and the roof.
This is like void. Like wallpaper. Void wallpaper.
You push the wall, and it's actually just like a pop up.
you tear it down and it's like missing texture.
Yeah. PNG. The grid pattern. I guess 1 hour is a reasonable enough time.
Okay. So after an hour, I assume everyone sort of meets up in the same spot
Yeah.
in the building
Yeah.
or outside the building.
I imagine in the building.
Probably we don't want to bring the Kuatoa out. Tied up to Kuatoa.
All right. As all of you convene, as Naja and Dracula step in and see Qatar, Amara, Scholar, and Echo waiting there with Selena and Tristan and Callista. Do you say anything to each other?
Well, sorry, go ahead, Nadia.
Oh. Not just looking at Scholar and Amar from head to toe and then head again. Like,
Yeah. Well, it's Qatar has made some very good points recently during our conversation. I will be more cooperative, more truthful in the future. Any experiments will be more cooperative. Salads, powder, whatever, that one's done. I don't really have a use for it other than poison. And she like dangles a little pouch of potent salad powder. So this is poison we can use on something, someone, whatever. She puts it back in the bag. Um, and there's another thing. I think it was a year ago. I came to Darwin with the proposition for joint research, which she denied, of course. So the past year, I've been experimenting it on myself, and then tomorrow we'll get a familiar book out that's Shao's old research journal, and it has a couple of new pages at the end.
What's written in it?
Well, Shao was clearly a madman, but he had some good points when we covered the journal. I read through it. Some good points then and there, and I thought, well, what if I did the same with more potent creatures, which Doran was very upset by because he was blinded by his past experience with his past colleague. So I might have done it on myself a little bit.
Why the fuck you became so quiet?
I know, right?
I didn't place it on the
And
floor. I didn't place it on the floor, Jack. Let's place it back on my back.
and
Yep,
he
yep,
had
yep.
good
Give me that. Give me
reason.
that. Give me that.
He
It's
had good
Oh
poison.
reason
God.
to
I can buy it from anywhere. It's just a very effective poison.
Don't care.
Amara.
Give me.
Be
Just
Give
careful
me.
of that.
give,
Be careful of that.
just give it to Draculus.
I don't think you understand. This is. I know how to make it. I can
Amara.
make it any time, but this is very valuable, and he's gonna throw
Don't
it in the
care. Give
river.
me.
At this point, I don't trust either of you. And if you guys want to make amends, atone for what you've done, this is a step towards that. Give us the powder.
I'll give you the powder, but promise me you won't destroy it, because there might be a time when we do need it, and it's difficult to make. I know how to make it. It's just very difficult to make.
Then I hope it doesn't come to that time. I just reach out my hand.
I give them the potent slab powder,
I pass it to Draculus.
which
I
is
put it
oh,
with the slat powder.
Please tell me you have a bag of holding.
I was gonna say, does anybody have a fire
No,
that they're
no,
gonna
no,
no,
no, just keep it.
wait. Draculus has the handy haversack. He's
Thank
good.
God.
Yeah, he's
I
good. He's
put
good.
things in a handy haversack.
Right. So, right now, as I've said, I don't trust either of you two, but I also recognize that if we want to make this right, if we want to, you know, save the world, quote unquote, you guys know about what's going on anyway. And we could use all the help that we could get. But at the same time, I think it would be better to keep an eye on you, both of you. It would be far too dangerous to leave you guys to your own devices.
You see, Mara's about to say something, but like, shuts up.
Amar, not just ice darts to Scholar.
Sorry, my internet cut out. What did I just say?
What?
Sorry,
uh,
my internet
Naja says
it's ruining. So
it's okay. Naja says that she doesn't trust Scholar or Amara, and she's willing to work with both of you guys, but at the same time, she's gonna be keeping an eye on both of you. Like, I don't trust any of you. I don't want you guys running off doing any other shit that could ruin things even more. So we have to work together. I'm willing to put differences differences aside. But we got to do this right. Do we have the
You
understanding?
you are
What do you
free
mean
to
by
use
right?
me however you like.
I'm sorry, what?
You are free to use me however you like.
What do you mean do it right?
Resign right now.
Unlike Scully here, I'm not willing to sign away all my freedom.
Just for the time being, we get these gods out of Earth, back to where they came from. We kill the whatever deities that have latched onto us. Hopefully, hope for a good ending. Everyone lives, everyone's happy. I doubt that will happen, but still.
I mean, in the end, you're probably gonna sate your curiosity anyway. It's just that we're gonna have to try to find a way that, at the very least, won't fuck things up too bad, if we can find a way at all.
Plus, with Darwin gone, we need all the help we can get. And as much as I hate to say it, we have each other. We only have each other to rely on.
Right. I am fine with that, and I'll be honest with what I plan to do in the future before I do it. Speaking of that, um, our little friend here, and I point to the cage with the beholder's soul in it, is about to run out, and I would like to make good use out of it.
What do you
And while
plan to
this
do?
only affects me, I am extending the courtesy of telling guys. She like gets out a bag of holding and gets some tendrils she has from the aboleth that she took behind your backs. I wish to experiment with these with the beholder's knowledge.
What exactly are you going to do, and what do you hope to achieve?
Mm,
And how will that help in our situation right now?
deeper connections to aberrations will help when inevitably we defeat the Saldabrain that might be trying to become God, and to get stronger in itself.
How likely is this gonna fuck up?
Seeing as I've done it before, not very.
Do you mind if we keep an eye on you while you do it then?
Yes,
You do.
I do mind.
We don't
Not
have any
pretty.
choice anyway. We're gonna watch anyway.
That sounds creepy.
It sounds extremely. The last one I had planned was fine. This is
It does. Sorry.
So just to clarify, you're talking about the
Keep an
apple
eye
of
on you.
tentacles and not the soul, right?
no, I didn't get its soul.
No, no, I'm
But the
talking about
beholder's,
the beholder
yeah, the
soul.
beholder's soul. No, I'm going to use its expertise to assist me in it.
Mm.
Expertise for
Hmm.
what exactly are you going to do with the tentacles again? Are you going to fuse them onto your body?
It's a very crude way of putting it, but essentially yes.
That's literally how you would put it. I would
It's a complex.
extrapolate these
It's a complex
tentacles
process.
so that to attach them individually upon my body. Is that how you would put it then?
No, I mean, if you want to, I can give you a copy of the research notes.
Yeah, it'd probably go over my head, but let's be honest. I know it's probably uncomfortable for you, but it probably wouldn't be too bad to have someone keep watch because we've had situations where things like this could go aberrant. Would it be nice if someone could put it down if it goes wrong? At very least, to help you do that.
Plus, I
Mm,
think Echo and I are immune to being turned into salads anyway, so just in case.
I'm not quite sure about myself. Let me think really hard.
You,
Oh god damn
you
it.
can.
It's okay. I got you, fam. If you get struck,
Fine help.
I
Yes.
got you,
Yeah.
fam.
Yeah. I'm very good immune system. I knew about that.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. I knew about that.
for clarification, there's no chance this thing can resurrect. This the on- this not the risks are very minimal, and it would only affect me. I am telling you out of courtesy. This isn't mind affecting or anything. This won't affect the whole party. This will simply affect me, and
Okay.
we'll use the last of the beholder's soul before it
Like the
goes wherever it will.
And also like to point out that the last time you decided to do something that was based off minimal or like no effects that you thought possible, this.
I mean, I certainly thought that was possible. I certainly knew it would affect almost everyone. This, on the other hand, I know
Okay.
it won't affect the party.
And I hope you understand that we don't trust you either. So we want to keep an eye on things. Make sure that things don't go south even more than it already is.
Think of it this way. If you want us to trust you to be able to do this by yourself in the future, we gotta at least see for ourselves to make sure that this isn't actually dangerous for you. And even if it doesn't affect the rest of us, as I don't know what other people think, but to the both of you, we still don't want bad things to happen to you, so we want to make sure you're okay.
And if you're going to do it, at least don't do it in town.
No, actually, I was gonna do it in the little humble abode I have.
Definitely not humble.
Ugh.
Yeah, but take that humble abode away from Yark, just in case something happens. We don't want this place to become ground zero for any sort of aberration attack or something.
How badly do you think this can go? I've done it in the past. This
We thought those silly little fish guys wouldn't be able to do much, but evidently they can.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's be honest. Your track record of estimating
Risks.
things' abilities are very much in question right now.
Just give us a chance to trust you. Give Trust us to give us a chance to trust you, and then for the future, if we know that you'll be okay, we won't intrude.
the
As
solid
such.
power doesn't mean nothing. You know how valuable that is.
Amara, do you want us to trust you or not? Or
Listen,
rather, do you want to work with us to make things right? To fix things, rather.
Very well. I guess you can.
don't worry. It's just gonna be Naja. I'm sure you. If it's something that personal, you wouldn't want people like me around. So
Or
you've been
even me.
traveling with her a lot, but
It's more so the process itself. I don't want. It's fine. Hope you're not opposed to gore.
You know me.
God,
So then, what's the plan now? Because we're still in York. By the way, so damn, just for clarification, the iPads they had just disappeared into thin air, and they still have memory of it.
Uh, sorry, what? What do you say?
So just for clarification, the iPads they had
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
from York,
Uh-huh.
they had them in their bags, and
Gone.
then they've disappeared into thin air, but they still remember them.
Yes.
Ooh, okay.
Do we want to investigate that at all?
actually, now to think about it, when you two were out there walking about, did you see anybody talking about eye pairs disappearing, or is it just not something they realize that's gone, or the Falulus or whatever the fuck they are.
Did we
'Cause
notice
they were
anything like that,
pretty
Neku?
crazy.
No. No one's been talking about it.
No.
No, it's been
Nope.
pretty silent.
It's like it didn't exist in the first place.
Would
Huh.
be some kind of weird thing that only affects a certain level of populace, and people that have risen above it in terms of constitution aren't really affected by it then. I mean, we thought it was real, but they just disappear.
I don't know.
So is it kind of like my situation then? Like my uncle and aunt not remembering me, but I remember who they are? But on a bigger scale?
Enough, I think for that part, it's more of the fact that he didn't erase your memories on purpose, but for this one, I think it's they couldn't erase our memories because we're, I hate to say it, too powerful for that.
Possibly. Hmm. Would I know if the council members are powerful in a sense, Neku?
You have no clue, honestly.
Ah, okay.
Because you don't interact with them on a daily basis to know that.
That's true.
Can I try to roll an Arcana check to see what's the case with this magic?
I would say no.
Amara be able to since she studied this stuff, kind of.
Amara.
Ah. Give me a second. Sure.
Woo.
AP
Roll away, Amara.
guidance.
I don't know. Regular guidance. Why Under consideration.
Oh my god.
We want to know what happened to the eye pairs. Not my Falulus.
Need to know. Need to know if Falulu is defeated or not.
Where's Mom Mart?
What is the rule? What's the total rule?
It's a 2d4s and 1d6.
Alright, roll all the buffs first.
What?
Amara?
Amara? Frog?
She's gone.
BRB? No, she's already doing the experiment.
Sorry, I'm back.
Key post. Oh, there we go.
You
Amara,
roll Arcana, but you have roll all your buffs first before anything. So yeah, roll those dice as 2d4s and 1d6. Hello.
Amara.
Frog?
Sorry, give me a second. Fucking, I hate multitask. So sorry, what do you want me to roll again?
2d4 and 1d6.
Oh, hell yeah, I got this. Oh.
Okay,
No.
now roll your Arcana check.
Okay, I have advantage
fix
for
this
my
Atlantis.
subclass. Let's see. Advantage from
75?
subclass. No, I don't have anything else. Okay. 34.
Okay.
34 plus 6 is
Dirty
40.
40. God damn.
Oh my gosh.
Oh wow! Shit.
Holy shit!
Jesus Christ.
Her brain is
Dirty
swelling. Oh no.
40.
Jesus Christ. Okay. That's a nasty number. Dude. That's a DC that's never been set.
Yet.
Usually
That's
people set usually DMs they set at 30. That's the highest the DMG has advised to set.
you rolled a 19 on that. God damn.
So, you with your research and your understanding of beholders, Amara, your understanding is that y'all were probably not affected by it, mainly and probably due to y'all being in the lair itself where it is at its strongest. That's why y'all are not affected by it.
Amara would relay that information.
Where we were in the part of the lair.
Yeah.
Where the effects were strongest. Okay. Huh. Interesting. So anyone outside of the mine would have not remembered what
So,
happened. Huh. Interesting. Right. Are we staying inside this empty shop now, or where are we going?
Well, I wanted to set up the mansion here, but I think you wanted it outside this place.
That's much possible.
give it a little bit. I think that we might be getting taken somewhere else, possibly.
What's going on?
Send a message to Ma for a bit and then ask them to take in Callista and the others, but she's sticking a fucking while. I'll tell her that much.
All right.
How is she gonna take? I wonder.
So how long? So you guys are staying put here, correct?
For now, yes. Waiting for Qatar's visitors to arrive.
Uh, my knee. I hit my knee. You
Oh
guys,
no.
you guys wait for a moment. As Qatar, you receive a message from your mom
Oh, shit.
saying, "I'm in York now. Where's your location?"
Uh, He'll try to describe where they are and the name of the shop and stuff. Well, is there actually a name for the shop right now?
No, no name
Glasses
at all.
library. Oh,
No name at all.
An empty lot around this location.
southeast York. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks from the south.
That.
Yeah.
Okay.
I assume there's street names also. So like at the corner of this street and that street.
Palulu Street.
Honolulu Street.
Okay, so you give all of those directions to your mom.
Orphan Palulu Street, yeah.
And so you don't get you don't, well, she doesn't send you a message yet. So there you go. You know that your mom's on the way.
You'll be here in probably like 5 more minutes, depending on up to her. To be honest, she can be fast, she can be slow.
She's okay. She's able to walk such distances, I guess, out of water, hopefully. Where is that ancestors? Uh, Not just standing at the shop door, arms crossed and leaning against the wall.
Amara's just writing in her book. Uh, it happened, so she might as well write down all the results of what happened with our little experiment.
I was hyperventilating. No, no, not really.
But
maybe a little.
kind of. After a while goes by of waiting, it feels like an eternity for you, Qatar. It feels like almost like you're in the Feywild itself. As all of you hear a knock at the door.
Turn around, check the door.
Yes.
Do you guys open?
Yeah.
Yes.
You open the door. As you open your door, you see just one person. You see a austere and imposing figure of sorts walk through. As her starting from the face itself, her face is weathered by time, through whatever events she has went through. Rarely, you cannot even get a read on what she is feeling in the moment, or you can't get a good insight of her. As her eyes sort of like look in, sort of scan the room, almost instinctively. And as you look, all of you look at her eyes, they're sharp and unblinking. As you can see this almost battle-hardened individual that stands before you. A hair tied, unlike Qatar, whose hair isn't is sort of this ponytail with a loose kind of style to it. Hers is in a bun, almost like you know how military buns look like, kind of like that.
Yeah, tight and low on the nape.
Yep. As you can see, she's sporting uh not a polished and like pristine looking breastplate, but like a breastplate that has seen countless of battles, with a bow slung around one of her shoulders, with a quiver on her hip. As you can see her, with the obvious orcish heritage, you can see her two tusks that sort of like protrude out of her mouth. A few scars on her face, and you can see she is a little bit different from Qatar in a sense that she is more muscular. inside inbuilt. She also spots two sort of swords at her hip as well. As she scans the room and looks towards you, Qatar, and says, "So what business have you bring for me?"
First off, before we hey, and second off, before we discuss anything further, these three here are gonna need to go under your protection, at least until we've sorted out business elsewhere.
Looking to ask for me a favor, I see.
Actually, four of them here, just in case. I feel like that's a bit better too. Would you mind that, Naja?
Oh,
Yeah,
my uncle. Yeah.
yeah,
He's this Kuatoa right here.
yep.
As she walks into the room a bit more, and she goes towards you, Qatar, and so like gestures to your hair and goes like, "It is messy."
Looks fine.
Tie it up.
It ties into a bigger man bun. Still messy, but it's serviceable.
Whatever. As she sort of like looks towards the four of them and turns to you, Qatar, and says, "What am I protecting them against? Just so I know what I'm putting myself against as well."
At least, the very least, is group of four or even just one person who has the ability to teleport. None has the ability. One of them was able to cast something of a anti-magic field. Very accomplished casters, it looked like, and quite lethal if a weapon could uh, slay an innocent bystander, citizen, in an instant.
Of this realm or extraplanar?
They are of this realm. Their powers might be extraplanar. Well, definitely are extraplanar.
As she looks towards Selena and Tristan, recognizing Tristan more than Selena, as she turns to look at you, Echo, as her sort of like icy cold eyes just stare at you. You cannot get a bead of emotion from her. As she looks back to you, Qatar. Is this a mess that you have gotten yourself into, or is this a mess of someone else has roped you into?
I feel like I got myself tangled in this mess.
And you not think of your duties that you have to uphold.
Listen, this group of people here are the best way to ensure that the realm is protected, and in order for them to be able to fight freely, they'll need to know that they won't have to constantly look behind their back to make sure that the people they care about is okay. Not that you'd ever know about it.
As you say that, she shoots back and says, "I would prefer if you told me that while you're not slouching."
It's too fucking bad. He straight us up anyway.
And what makes you so sure these people are the best way?
Because they've managed to help find out things that you haven't found out in your whole lifetime, nor the many people that came before you.
Is that so?
Well, for one thing, we found a tear that came out hordes of hundreds, maybe thousands of undead and killed them. Something you and your people didn't even find. Well, or maybe you did after we already dealt with it.
Anything else? Or is it just this one tear?
One big one, mind you, but complicated. There might be way more tears now, depending how things are messed up.
She looks at all of you guys. Now with a more inquisitive look. As though trying to, it's almost like she's looking at a bunch of blank books trying to read some words out of you guys. And she looks at all of you. And you all traveled with Qatar and fought and experienced these tears.
Yes, yes, we have. We've been through the Feywilds. We've been to all over Birth. He's been fighting by our side.
The Feywild. And she so like looks towards you, Qatar, and so like gestures to the maybe I'm reading, but I'm looking at Qatar's character art, and there's like a stick coming out of his hair. Is
Yeah.
that she
Yeah.
gestures? She gestures to that.
The moment Nad just said Faye while he was doing like a fucking cut his throat, like
Slash.
no, like no.
And she turns to you and gestures to the sort of like plant like object in your hair. Is that where that is from? Or why your eyes are of different color?
That and the fucking vine. Thank you for noticing.
What have you gotten yourself into in the Feywild?
Oh, that one's solved already.
Yeah, and I told you about it the first time too. Well, I guess I told Dad about it, and he helped me prepare. But we, you know what happened to Davern, and the others.
I know what happened to them. And we have made proper arrangements. I will help assist you with this task. I'll protect this for looking as she looks towards the Katoa with like uncertainty. Like, is this the fourth person that Katara is talking about? Or
Yeah. He just looks at her and nods.
there's
Yeah,
four.
That Koto was actually my uncle. He's originally a human. He was recently killed by a beholder that we defeated, and Selena here helped us resurrect him, as the spell was supposed to truly return him as a human, but some shit happened, so he's now this. We're gonna figure out a way to bring him back
And
to his original form, hopefully.
as you point towards her, Serena sort of gives this like small little wave as as Qatar's mom just like looks at her with this like deadpan look. Like y'all can tell that they are like almost polar opposites in a way.
I love these two.
Meet mom.
Mom, meet mom. But yeah, unless you know how to handle unruly beings such as Bryson here, Uncle Bryson, I suggest that you don't take the rope off him. He'll probably try to escape or ruin something.
Very well. I understand. I'll take them
Thank
back
you.
to base camp and we'll keep a close eye on them. As
Thank
for
you so much, Mrs. Fecosta.
she looks at you but she doesn't correct you. She turns to you, Qatar, and she says, as for you, I hope you're not lacking on your trainings.
Might have picked up a couple new tricks here and there.
While still hanging on to what I've taught you, I assume.
And
He gives you she squints at you.
listen, it's been quite a bit, alright?
So I've heard. Anyways, I shan't waste any more time here. Been gone long enough. And she sort of like puts her hands together and sort of like drags it out a bit. And she puts her hand to her temple and closes her eyes. As you all see in almost a flash of light sort of like zip upwards somewhere nearby, as you see another individual that steps through, and you see this is also this is a female orc, half orc looking individual with a little bit of not really, almost pointed ears, but they're more rounded off. You see well, Qatar, you see your sister.
Oh, you have a sister?
Up to.
Yeah.
Oh.
You see one of your sister. As they appear, you can see they are wearing that of, if I'm not wrong, you said your sister was a wizard of sorts, correct?
Let's see.
If I
described it.
If I remember correctly as well.
I think if I remember correctly, the older one was more of a paladin vibe, and then the younger one was more like wizard vibes.
Yeah, this is the younger one I'm thinking of.
Oh yeah, because that's right, charisma, wisdom, and intelligence. I based it off of that.
Alright, so yeah. This is Charlotte. Yes.
Charlotte.
Yep.
As you see, she is, if I'm not wrong, Qatar is the youngest, correct?
No, he's the middle child.
Oh, you're the middle child. So this is the youngest. So she is more She looks clean, wearing robes and all, with a sort of, you see she has a spell, some what looks to be a spell tome sort of slung to her hip. She is, you can see, she looks studied at least. She has a eyeglasses that are hanging by her neck, and you can see her hair is tied up sort of in in the twin buns, fun bun style.
Oh, space buns.
That's really cute.
Hi, buns. All right.
She's a fucking baby.
I love her so much. So cute.
As she looks at as she appears, as she says, "Mother, brother."
Hey, Lottie.
What did you say?
Hey, Lottie.
He's-
Lottie. Charlotte, Lottie.
She looks at you like, and she looks at you like you just like made fun of her name, kind of look, and she's like, I'm not young anymore. You don't need to call me that.
Hey, blame Dad for wanting to name you something normal instead of Qatar.
It's a pretty norm. Anyways, I need to. Mom called me here to get them back, so we'll have this banter another time. Okay. As she begins drawing out like a circle with chalk and all that to teleport everyone that needs to go out away.
So are we all gonna be heading back to camp so I can tell you about the rest that's going on? Or did you want to keep talking here for a bit?
I have time while your sister is drawing out the circle.
Well, I'll tell you what we know, and we're probably gonna need a little help in figuring things out as well. For one thing, everything that's been going on has been because of divinity. The gods. I'm sure you've also noticed some things, even though it wasn't really a priority. The gods of other places have come over and have started. Well, they've started brawling with each other to try and secure their domain, and that's probably what's been causing the tears. If anything's evident by the one that we saw over at the Trebet Empire, I believe. But yeah, that's probably what's been causing it. Things have been a little tense, but apparently there was a ceasefire. That's why there haven't been as many big ones. But something may have caused a little ripple and things might start up again, to be honest.
Yes, I've noticed while I was attending to an emergency that my arrows seems to be missing their mark due to some otherworldly reasons. I
Being
guess
unlucky, perhaps.
one would say that.
Oh,
I'm sorry. You've seen effects of anomalies happening? How recent was this?
Almost 8 hours ago. Oh no, almost 12 hours ago.
What sort of effects have you seen so far?
Things were coincidentally or uncoincidentally failing or succeeding. Like I explained, my arrows didn't seem to meet their mark. Almost like someone or something has been screwing with me.
Huh. Something screwing with fate, I guess.
It seems so.
Well, anyway, we're gonna need information on fucking anything you might know about anyone that could know. I don't even know where to start with this. And for these, do you know if anybody has tune-in forks to other realms? We're also gonna need some of those.
I know of many people with tuning forks to any plane that you can, well, that we know of.
Void Beyond.
I
Yeah,
have
would you
no
happen to
idea where
know?
that is.
Oh fuck.
Well, we
How
knew that
about
it wouldn't be easy.
true? How about those in the elemental planes? Would they know a way to get to the void beyond?
You throw around this plane of existence that I know not of. I cannot tell you information that I do not know.
Right, so you don't know about the elemental planes. Got it.
No, you're
I can
saying the void beyond so many times that she can't tell you information if you guys are telling her you guys want to go somewhere that she doesn't know of.
Okay.
get us
No.
there. We just need a tuning fork.
Yeah, that's just the thing. But maybe if I beg Darwin to ascend me, he'll just drop it off.
How about we start with something we know? Um, we can deal with Echo's brother first and figure things out from there.
It would be nice to not have to worry about protecting people. True.
As Charlotte finishes up on the circle, as your mom sort of looks to you, Qatar, and says, "Well, that will be time."
Just if you find out about anyone that knows extensive knowledge about the realm of divinity and such, just let me know, please.
Your
We're
sister.
gonna need all the help we can get. How's he?
Well, she has been tracking down another fella, but yes.
Ooh.
Anyone we know?
She reported back a interesting individual. One of similar qualities of hers, but she didn't really explain too much.
She didn't give you a name, or
She didn't give me a
Description?
name or a description. She just said she was trailing someone that piqued her interest.
I see. 10 gold on it's Darwin.
No, I don't think she's very similar to him, so I don't think it's in.
I mean, you could just ask your sister, right?
But she's loud.
So
Do it later because I think that she might be onto something good, but we'll see.
All right.
Anyways,
Anyone?
I'll update you if anything comes across our paths, and if not, you know how to contact me.
Thank you once again. Hey, Qatar, how do you adjust your mom?
Ah.
I cannot call her that. We cannot call her that.
We cannot call her that.
What's her
Just
name? I
address her
never
and you
asked.
just address
How
her
a-
and you would someone else's mom. Like, well, how else would you address them?
Thank you so
How about
much,
my
ma'am. The
foster?
polite bow.
Oh
Thank you so
God.
much, Kiss. Thank you so much, Kator's mom.
Yeah, thank you so
Please
much,
take
Guitar's mom.
At least a kiss for a second. I'm like, ah, yes, someone else's mother. Mwah.
The two air kisses, the two besos. Thank you so much, Mrs. Facosta.
She nods as the boat, her, your sister Charlotte, the the Kotoa, which is quote unquote Bryson,
Uncle Bryson, Uncle Kotoa.
Soft like a
Callista,
fish.
Selena, and Tristan warp away
Hey, Lottie.
as they vanish with the teleport spell. That's where we're going to end the session for today.
Ah!
God.
Alright, this was pretty fucking rough. But just want to check. Might as well do it right now. Just want to check in with everyone. Hope everyone's doing all right. I feel like I got a bit much this session.
Nah,
Same.
every today
Are you guys
no,
okay?
primed all of you to that today's session was going to be
Yeah.
I liked it.
so
Not
just
sure if my tears are falling out because of this or allergy, so I'm not sure. Probably the allergy, so.
let's take the worst case scenario. Let's take the worst case scenario. So let's just everybody let's just take a deep breath and let it out.
Sorry, why did you leave us?
You guys are the best. Everything I said was in character. I love you.
It was all in character, yes.
you.
Very
Yeah,
sorry,
it
very
was all in
sorry.
character.
Yeah, I figured.
I love you guys.
You guys are a bunch of
So
assholes.
cool.
I hate you. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I love you, my assholes.
Yeah.
You guys are a bunch of assholes, but you're my assholes.
Ugh.
Not a bunch
Okay.
of.
Wait, I don't know how to feel about that wording.
Don't do
Chill.
that, what the hell?
Alright, chill. Alright, chill. Yeah.
Chill out. Our assholes are our own, alright?
Yeah.
Is this still in
I didn't
recording?
think through this. I was like, what?
Huh.
I was like, yeah, wait.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a
huh.
minute.
Wait.
Huh?
Anyway, I
Hold
love you
on a
guys.
second.
I love you
Mhm.
guys. So cool.
Apologize if I went too far of anything, and I hope that everyone had fun.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, I had fun.
Nodding.
Yeah.